All right, everybody, welcome to game 1 of 2 today. We got Virginia Tech against South Carolina over on ESPN. I appreciate all you guys tuning in for this one. If you've never been to a JG9 live stream before, how it works is like this. Fire away in the chat with any questions you might have. I'll be happy to answer about anything and everything. Any donation, I get your question right away. Otherwise, I just go in the order that I see them. We got emojis in the chat to show support for either one of these teams, whether it is Virginia Tech or South Carolina. We got the emojis, and the teams are running on the field right now. Virginia Tech just running on the field, and we're going to get this game started in just a little bit. Vote in that poll. Who do you think wins this game, VT or South Carolina? We had a day of college football yesterday, called 3 games yesterday. Now we're calling 2 games today. Appreciate all you guys being here for this one. And click that link above to watch a dumb decision from last night, the ending of the Idaho-Washington State game. Absolutely crazy. Some dumb coaching there by Jimmy Rogers in his first game as the Wazoo head coach. I talked about that in that video. Click that link above. Is the Georgia game a must-win for Bama if they want to make the playoff? No. No, I don't think so. I don't think it is. As long as they don't have... I mean, if you have 2 losses but you lose to Georgia, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, no, the bots, but we got the bots. We're squashing the bots. Don't worry. We're squashing them. Best win from yesterday. Ooh, the best win? I think FSU. I think FSU. More FBS games should be played on Sunday? Well, you only have 1 day to do it. You only have 1 day to do it. Dumb decision? Yeah, fire away. Fire away. Marlins have 5 on 10. Jeez. Jeez. Let's go. It helps the D-backs out a lot. Well, you can only do this week on Sunday. You can only do this week and the week. You could do last week on Sunday. You could do that. The Chick-fil-A is closed. Yes, the Chick-fil-A is closed at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. I always found it weird they put a Chick-fil-A inside the stadium, considering the fact that the main tenant of that one is the Falcons. I always found it a bit odd. Also, every donation counts toward you make the call. You're going to help me decide which game we're calling. Saturday at 3:30. Ole Miss, Kentucky, Delaware, Colorado, Kansas, Mizzou, Oklahoma State, Oregon. Which game are we calling? Every donation counts. Triple tour that. You only have today for this one. So we got 2 streams today. You only have today to decide on this one. So if you donate $5, it counts as 15. 10 it counts as 30 if it happens during the game. That's the deal. Virginia Tech and a kickoff here. We'll spin the wheel for the karaoke song after. The commercial break. South Carolina in the black, Virginia Tech in the orange. We're going to get this thing underway. South Carolina going to get the ball to start. 63% run with the Gamecocks to win this one. And we're going to get this one underway in Mercedes-Benz Stadium. This Sunday kickoff officially underway. Kickoff, end zone touchback, and Scar will start with the ball at the 25. FSU is good this year to help in this case. Absolutely. Quality loss, baby. Be a quality loss. Yeah. And on the over or side, I have South Carolina win this one. I have South Carolina winning this one. Because quarterbacking for South Carolina, it is Lenora Sellers, one of the best quarterbacks in college football, was sensational last year as a freshman. 18 touchdowns, just 7 interceptions, played very well over the second half of the season. Hence why a lot of people have the redshirt sophomore going very high in the NFL draft. A lot of scouts are here watching this one. We're going to see what Sellers can do on this first drive of the season for the Gamecocks, the number 13 ranked team in the nation. And we're just going to start doing that. They've done it for a while. It's only for this week because next week, obviously, NFL starts. But it's only for this week. Sellers fires in the flat on play action. It's called the 30-35. Breaks the tackle down to the 39-yard line. Gain of 14 yards from Maurice Brown. The junior tight end gets himself open in the flat down to the 39. Same where the Atlanta Hawks play could sport hockey team. The arena's fine. The arena's fine. I just think it's more of can Atlanta support a hockey team? It's not about the arena at this thing. Hawaii, yeah, technically they play on Sundays. Touche on that one. Touche on that one. One at the top of the screen, to the bottom. Tight end in motion here. Goes Brady Hunt as the H-back. Play action again. Sellers slam pass caught. Nice rocket there. Down to the 41-yard line. And it is Nick Harbor on the grab. Was second on the team last year in receiving yards with 376. Had 3 touchdowns. 2 plays, 2 play action, 2 first downs. Mets coaching staff is so bad. One of them is something different than Frank Reich and Deion combined. I don't know about that. I mean, I'm not denying that they're not good, but what they did was insane. They sent 5, handoff up the middle, first run of the day, and nowhere to go for Oscar Attaway. Brings up 2nd and 9. Attaway last season, 295 yards. They go quick to the line, though. Going no huddle, 2nd down. Play action again. Sellers fires in the flat. It's open. They can't stop the flat. They can't stop these tight ends. Down to the 20-yard line. Another first down. 3 on the drive, and it's Brady Hunt on the hunt in the red zone. Atlanta fans love hockey. I mean, they lost 2 teams, though. They've lost 2 teams at this point. Devastation fake field goal last night? Oh, God. If I can... I might do it. I mean, that was insane, that fake field goal. Handoff up the middle. No gain on the play. Attaway getting stuffed for the 2nd time this drive. Yeah, that fake field goal in the Colorado State game, I couldn't believe what I was watching. I genuinely could not believe what I was watching. You got a 4th down earlier. 4th and 10, you went for it. You got it with your regular offense. So 4th and 7, you're going to have your holder play quarterback and your primary guy is a kicker on a go route? I couldn't believe what I was watching. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. No, not the Clemson one. No. The Colorado State game. Handoff up the middle. Breaks 1 tackle. Brought down by the legs of the 15-yard line. Gain of 5. Brings up 3rd down. Can I have Big Ten Network archives? I might be able to. I actually think for Fox you can. CBS Sports Network you can't. But Fox you can. So I can do that. How to get CW for the other one? I found an illegal stream on YouTube, and the moment I saw... So basically the CW one... How's it going, Armchair Gamer? The moment I saw that dumb decision, I screen recorded the game from the stream that was on YouTube and just did it till it shut down. 3rd and 5, QB draw. Breaks the tackle. Sellers in the end zone for the touchdown. Truck it over his man. Truck it over Quinton Reddish. They get into the red zone with the passing game. They get into the end zone with the ground game. Lenora Sellers, what a start to the season for Scar. Only takes 3 minutes. Sellers does it with his arm and then does it on 3rd down with his legs. QB power. What was their reward if they got it? A first down. They were down by, I think it was like a 55-yard field goal, so it would have been like a tough kick to make. Kick is up, extra point is good. A great drive for the number 13 ranked team of the nation. 7-0 the score. Is it crazy YouTube isn't cracked down the illegal streams? Yeah. Well, the thing with the NFL, so here's the thing with college. I'm not going to show it, obviously, but I'll show it for like 5 seconds. I can stream record on OBS. I can do this and show you, I can do that. I can show you the game. Theoretically. I'll get copyright struck. I'll get my stream taken down afterwards. But theoretically, I could do that. Kelly with a tour, appreciate you, man. And then Connor with a tour. I'm Lenoris, yep. I'm Lenoris on that one. But NFL, you can't stream record the games. NFL, you can't stream record. Like, there's a software in there that OBS, if OBS is running, the streaming service is running, you can't do it. Even if you just want to watch on your computer, you can't do it. All right, which game do you want, Connor? Which game do you want, Keller, on that one? Don't know which game you guys want. You want Delaware, Colorado, Connor. I'll get you on that. So that's $6 going there. Biggest takeaways from the night games. Biggest takeaways. Yeah, Utah's for real. And biggest takeaway is Utah is for real. Also, ESPN Plus, fix your crap because the ASU broadcast was insane. The ASU broadcast, no one could watch the second half. But the biggest takeaway for me is that from the night game, biggest takeaway is that Utah is legit. I think last year they got struck with the injury bug. I think they're going to be fine. Oh, yeah, Oregon's an option. I forgot Oregon was an option. Yep, Oregon. Get you on Oregon. This may be a close to make the call. I can already tell. I appreciate you guys a ton. Yeah, watch the end of the Idaho Wazoo game because it's too late to look for the remote. Yeah, so good ending, at least. So crazy ending. Appreciate demonstration videos, but most recent ones feel like crying over spilled milk. It feels like a brain fart. No. That one, it made no sense on that one. That one made no sense in terms of the decision. And believe me, there were like 10 I could have gone with on that one. Do I have water? I do have water, yes. Yes. I could have gone with like 10 on that one. I mean, just because it didn't matter at the end of the day doesn't mean you don't do it. It was stupid to give them the ball back. Also, you have to remember, too, Washington State coached a terrible game. It wasn't just that. They played quarterback musical chairs for no reason. Scar, I think they'll be very good this year. I think they're a playoff team. What's up with the Valens? Pull that out? You and me both. We're going to spin the wheel here, meanwhile. So, I have this thing, live band karaoke, $50 or more. I'll sing any song you want me to on this list. $25, though, for the song that is half off. So whatever song the wheel lands on is the song that is half off. Washington, I think they're properly rated. So $25. Jamming by Bob Marley. Whoa. Okay. Jamming by Bob Marley is the song that is half off for the rest of this stream. Okay. Did not see that coming. Jamming by Bob Marley. You know, the Wazoo might be in trouble. Jimmy Rogers made so many bad coaching decisions last year. Scarweed's fact or fiction? Right now, it's a fact. Was it the Champagne demonstration against Atlanta? Yeah, it doesn't make any less dumb. Yep. So Virginia Tech down 7-0. What can they do on their first drive of the game? Going to kick it off. Okay, appreciate all you guys tuning in. We got the emojis in the chat. Yeah, Chief Wiggum's favorite song. Something about copy machines. Yes, it is about copy machines jamming. That's definitely what Bob Marley was talking about. Got to do line keeping if they do it, especially if the 3rd-4 loss. Yes. Kickoff here, field at the 2-yard line and fair catch, so move it up to the 25. Yeah, I mean, based on what I saw out of Bama's defense, I mean, I think Sellers could destroy him potentially. Jimmy Ryder sounds like a player from the 40s. It does sound like an old-time movie star, it really does. It's like Madonna in Vogue. All right. So Drone's going to be the quarterback here. The redshirt senior. Last season, 10 touchdowns, 6 picks, 1,500 yards. 1 at the top of the screen, 2 at the bottom. In the gun with a running back to his right. Tight end now in motion, so 3 at the bottom of the screen. The handoff up the middle. Looking for some space. Will only get 2. Stays on top of the South Carolina defender, though. Stays on top of DQ Smith, but brought down at the 27-yard line. I think that was Hawkins on that one. Number 27. Marcellus Hawkins. Again, this Virginia Tech rushing attack, it lost Tuden. I don't know where Tuden went in the NFL. I don't know what team he got drafted by, but Tuden is no longer there after about 1,200 rushing yards last year. QB draw, and we'll get down to the 33-yard line. 3rd and 2. More high on stock after yesterday. I got to see it against a Power 5 team. I got to see it against a Power 5 team. But looked sharp. He looked sharp, I will say. He did look sharp. Got to see it against a Power 5 team. But with no Tuden there, it's going to be a question of how can the running game go? Because, again, with VT, the leading rusher last year that is coming back, under 200 yards. No, I know 2 wins of the Jaguars, yeah. Yeah, that was a joke on that one. That was a joke on that one. I love Tuden. I love Tuden. Flag on the play, back it up 5 yards. I love Tuden. He ran so hard in the preseason. I think the kid's going to be a stud. He ran so hard in the preseason. I love the guy. How's it going? Jason, watched the video of the Haboob I got a few days ago. Yeah, it was massive. It was scary. I literally, when I lost power on that one, I literally had to barricade my door. I barricaded my porch door. I barricaded the porch door. Like, I was scared that it was going to blow open. Won the top 3 of the bottom, 3rd and 8. Drops back, slam pass behind his man, and a terrible start for VT. Incomplete. Broken up on the play on the pass that was behind. Broken up by Brandon Cisse, and it's the last thing you want to be VT. Allow a touchdown the first drive, and then go 3 and out your next drive. Defense has no time to breathe. Slam pass was the right call to Donovan Green, but pass was too far behind him. Guess who it is? It's Frank. I'm guessing it's Frank. It's always Frank. Although Frank wouldn't knock on the door. He would go through the window. Bama allowed FSU to get average ending field position of opponents 30. Yeah, that's not good. That's how you lose games. That's how you lose games. Mullins and Taylor back in the race. I think so. I think to some extent. Yeah, Jones on the backup job. Flag on the play as well. Before the punt here. Yeah, Bland. I love how you're not going to pay Parsons, but you're going to play Deron Bland, who is a bit overrated. Offside on the defense, so make it 4th and 2. I still think you punt here, 4th and 2. Yeah, Simpson under pressure looked like crap. I like his mechanics when he's not under pressure, but when he was under pressure, he looked like crap. 4th and 2, they're going to keep the punting team out there. The interesting thing, if the D-backs win today, they're 500. If they sweep the Dodgers, they're 500. And Gallen's pitching at an all-star level again. He's been great since the all-star break. Your final 7 are against the Dodgers and the Padres. They might not be playing for anything, so they could be playing the backups. Filled the 24-yard line, taken to the 25, and brought down at the 28-yard line. 4-yard return on the play in South Carolina, taken over at the 28. On their second drive, moved down the field with relative ease. Only faced 1 third down last time. Sellers was perfect. Got Mono with a 5-er. I know which game you want. Appreciate you, man. Not pinch running Marte, and that gets you number 1 on the leaderboard. Appreciate you, man. I know which game you want. Not pinch running Marte for Taylor versus Milwaukee. Yeah, I mean, Marte is slow as molasses. What inning was that in, though? I forget what inning that was, because it depends what inning. If it's like the 8th or the 9th, that's one thing, but if it's like a 5th inning, obviously not. Yeah, Senga was kept in way too long today. Senga was kept in way too long today. I will give you that one all the way. I will give you all the way on that one. Somers Arsen, yeah. Spamming Helsley in high leverage, yeah. Helsley is not good. I don't know why they keep playing Helsley. Well, I don't think Mendoza's doing a great job right now with what he's got. I don't think Mendoza's doing a great job with what he's got. Pitch Raymondson was the 9th. Oh, yeah, you definitely got to do it then. With 2 outs? Oh, yeah. No, definitely got to do it then. Definitely got to do it. You take us at 0.4% on September. There's always one team that sells at the deadline and then starts winning games. The D-backs could be that team this year, oddly enough. Video about the Dwayne Wright incident. It's a bit too well known. I would get copyright struck down a heartbeat on that one because the NFL has footage on that, or the NFL has put footage of that one already. It's too well known, but crazy story. Crazy incident. Like, the NFL has already uploaded a video about that, so there's nothing I could add on that story. There's nothing I could add on that story that has not been done already. Like, NFL Throwback did a video on it already. It's got 1.2 million views. So there's nothing I can do on that one. There's the NFL Throwback video. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe again. If you are a member, you have emojis in the chat to show support for either one of these teams. Appreciate all you guys tuning in. Story similar to Dwayne Rudd? If I find one, If I find one, I don't know off the top of my head. I mean, I did a Dave Craig story from like 5 years ago. The Seahawks Saints game. The guy wasn't even playing and cost his team the game. But I don't know about that. I don't know if I can find a story. I don't know if I can find a story on that. If I find something about a player blowing a game like that, I'll do it. Believe me, I will 100% do it. I don't think one exists like that. We just have to wait for someone to do it again. Yep. Yep. That's definitely going to happen sometime soon. It's only happened one time in NFL history. So drive number 2 here for South Carolina. Yankees only be one back of the Jays if they win. And the Brew Crew, jeez. Yeah, that came out of nowhere. That seemed like it came out of nowhere for the Yankees. Would not have seen that coming. Another Bottlegate. I've done a few, like, stories of fans throwing stuff on the field. I mean, I guess you could do, like, 1980s when the Browns threw so much stuff on the field, the fans threw so much stuff on the field, they could only play with one end zone. They basically switched sides of the field, so I think it was the Oilers wouldn't be going into the dog pound. They'd be going to the other side of the end zone, so they played one side of the field. One of a million gaps since the Browns' 99 return. One of many. One of many. Game day going to Michigan, Oklahoma. I get it. I would have rather had Kansas, Missouri. But I get it. One of the top 2 at the bottom. They give up the middle. Loss of 2. 2nd and 12. Oh, man. All right, I apologize in advance. Part of the thing with the gallbladder sometimes is that sometimes... Jimmy with the 5 home field better. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, man. Which game do you want? I'll get you on the call for it. Get you on the call for it. Appreciate you, man. 2nd and 12. Which game do you want to get you the call? So some of the thing with the gallbladders is that sometimes you get loose stools. I'm getting that right now. 2nd and 12. So I'll be right back. Technical difficulties. I'll be right back. Give me a second here, guys. I'll be back in like 5 minutes. All right, guys, I am so sorry about that. I am so sorry about that. Appreciate all you guys tuning in. Jimmy with the $5. Hope you're feeling better, bud. Yeah. So the thing with the gallbladder, I felt. I feel good. I feel good. Just sometimes without the gallbladder, you do get the loose stools, and that was one of those times. Apologies about that, guys. I really am. I apologize about that. But we are good. Appreciate all you guys being here for this one again. Sorry about that, and it's gonna be VT ball with 7:27 to go in the first when we get back. So again, sorry about all that. Just one of those where sometimes your potty 280 break comes completely out of nowhere, but we are fine. First down, the 10-yard line when we get back. Northwestern denying the request. I thought that was so stupid on Northwestern's part. I thought that was so stupid on their part. I think the home should be able to dictate. The home team should be able to dictate what the what you wear. Last comment. With Frank. Yeah, they're very important to the Frank Mel genre. Absolutely on that. Okay, let's see what I missed. Like the way the Steelers are going into the offseason. And which game do you want, Jimmy Jack? I appreciate you, man. Sorry that I couldn't really do that at the same time, but appreciate you a ton on that one. Just let me know which game you want, Jimmy Jack. Ole Miss, Kentucky, Delaware, Colorado, Kansas, Mizzou, or Oklahoma State, Oregon. Get some fiber. I've got some fiber in it. I've got some fiber in there, but wear many wear spike. Well, you can't do that. You can't have two teams wearing white jerseys. Yeah. Northwestern. It's a bad look for Northwestern. It's a really bad look. Yeah, no expectations, no national media attention, flying under the radar. Yeah, you would think with Aaron Rodgers they wouldn't be flying under the radar, no national media attention. But yeah, it's. I think Steelers will be good this year. I think they can. Got 7 count South Carolina. Wow. I think they're gonna win this game. They're very selfish with that. You want Kansas game, all right? Oh wait. Oh no, that's Andrew. No, just Jimmy with his donation. Otherwise, we'll just put it to a vote. You know, they're playing each other this. I would have rather had that be the college game day game. I would have rather had the college game day game. The Yankees are stopping the defense when they know how to hit and pitch. 135 run differential compared to Toronto's plus 85. Yep, it's more just they just can't field. It's one of those they just can't field. The Grizzlies Thunder game, they both broke one in the court and all hell broke loose. Oh yeah, I remember that one. Media on the list of Rodgers, to some extent, yeah. I also think the Cowboys and Sanders have kind of overtaken the media thing, and there's only so much news cycle to go around. I think that definitely played a part in it too, to some extent. That, not that we're all kind of done with Rodgers, but it's like, we know what we're getting at this point versus Jerry Jones, who's just consistently providing great entertainment, and Sanders, who has taken over the entire narrative, for better or for worse in the media. The Shadur Sanders thing. All right, I'm just gonna put Jimmy's to a vote. If it goes to a vote, it only counts as 5. It only counts as a single for a vote. Lamar goes down. Is Bengals defense bad enough for the Steelers from the North? Yes. Right, easy goal for game day. I just think, for me personally, Kansas Mizzou is what college football's about. Kansas Missouri, I mean, that's such a great rivalry. That's what it's about. Play action, fires in the flat, it's caught. Gain of 3. Heath. Down to the 13-yard line. Who wins tomorrow? You have TCU. I have UNC. The first week, you usually take the defense over the offense. Now, granted, I was wrong. It's funny, I actually am in like the 96th percentile on Pick'em, but I was wrong on every game that we called yesterday. I was wrong on every single game we called yesterday. Like, I was 0 for 3 on the picks yesterday, but I'm in the 96th percentile on the college Pick'em group that we have going. I got every other game right besides the games we called yesterday. Sweep. Breaks one tackle down to the 19-yard line. Called a gain of 6 for Hawkins. 3rd and 1. So VT looks for their first down of the game. Going 3 and out the last time. Right, we got Wash Rodgers. They don't. We got Prime flashes of what we do. Yes. 3rd and 1 play action. Going to go deep. One-on-one coverage. Back shoulder. Nice job boxing out. Caught at the 45-yard line. Donovan Green. They go deep on 3rd and 1. Gain of 26. A great job boxing out. Got the one-on-one coverage. No safety help. It was Cisse on Green, and It's not easy covering green. Down to the 44, they're going to say. There's relationships. You know, that's a good question. Depends on the film. One of the top two, the bottom play action. They send 6. Out route caught. First down. Breaks a tackle. 40. Open space. 30. 25. Down to the 20-yard line. VT in the red zone. 2 plays later. 8 in green this time. A double dose of green for you. Donovan Green on the last grab, and then 8 in green that time, the junior wideout. Had 268 yards last season. Drones with 65 passing yards to stride. Play action here. Pressure. Going to step up. Throw on the run. Hit as he throws. Incomplete. In the direction of Benji Gosnell, the tight end. Brings up second down. All right, so $5 going to Delaware, Colorado. Yeah, I think it's going to be a better situation than they had in New York, yes. He's still not what he was. He's still not going to be like a top 10 quarterback, but I could see him in that like 11 to 20 range. Requested in August. Northwest said it was too late to honor it. Well, when in August? Like, if you requested a day before the game, when they've already traveled, that's a different story. But if you requested like August 1st, that's not too late. Second down. Play action. Slam pass. Oh, he got behind him. He got behind the safety, but a bit too much mustard on that one. Incomplete. 3rd and 10. Aztecs' next game is against Pac-2 opponent. Yes. Long live the Pac-2. Oh, August 17th? You're not traveling at that point. You're still... I think you could have honored that. That's a bit late notice. I will say, that is a bit late notice for something that should have been done at the start of the season. Like, as you knew it was the 20th anniversary of Katrina. You knew it was the 20th anniversary of Katrina. Well, timeout here. Is VT going to talk things over? Like, it's not like this completely came out of nowhere. You knew this was the 20th anniversary of Katrina. So that you should have known, like, hey, we're going to wear white to honor a long time before. But yeah. August 17th is pretty late for that, but not solely that you can't make the change. Spot foul DPI should add to your passing receiving yards total. I don't hate that idea. Be a nightmare for fantasy, though. Idaho is only 0.6 miles away from the Washington border? Yes. Yes, it's literally... The distance between Pullman and Moscow is insane. You can drive. It's a 9-mile drive between the schools. I said in the video today that you could start this video in... You could put the video on in Moscow, and you could watch the video in your car. And by the time it's done, you'd be in Pullman. So VT's got 2 timeouts left. Walk from Udall, Maryland today, 2.8-mile walk. That's a good walk. That's a good walk. Covers the numbers, and them should rebrand based on number of teams. They rebrand every year. Loving the Big 10 at 12 teams and the Big 12 at 10. I love that one. 3rd and 10, trips to the top of the screen. Ball at 20, takes a snap. Drones can't get sacked, flushed out. Gonna throw on the run across his body. End zone, double coverage! And intercepted at the 2-yard line. Threw it across his body into double coverage. Don't know what he was thinking. Fred Johnson, the linebacker, on the pick. And instead of getting something from that drive, they will get nothing. Turnover on the play. I'm not sure what Drones was thinking. Was pressured, flushed out, and decided to throw into double coverage across his body. There was a linebacker. There was a safety. Just about every player under the sun, every gamecock under the sun was there. Still threw that ball after getting pressure from Dylan Stewart, so he didn't know what to do. A bad throw there, and South Carolina taking over inside the 2-yard line. That's why I put do not disturb your games. Yeah, I do the same thing. When the Jaguars run, I have my phone do not disturb. First down. The handoff here. No gain. Brings up second down. Sports Up with a tour, donating to stream another Dion's dumb decision. I like that. Pressured. Has to over the sack. Cannot. Pressure up the middle. Emmett Laws laying down the law on that one. And folks, that's a safety. So Virginia Tech does not get a field goal or a touchdown on the drive, but they do end up getting a safety. And we're going to do it. We load it up. Going to play it live on stream. As is tradition. We're going to play it live on stream. First time on stream this year it's happened. This would not go and take it away from a penalty, like we saw in the other game between Ohio State and Texas. Let's play this bad boy. Here we go. There you go, safety dance, baby. And return to the 44-yard line. With 4:28 to go in the first. There's your safety dance. And got mono with a tour. Bang. Safety. I was right. You called it. You did call it, my man. You did call it. Yeah, they don't have the safety go back if they score the one. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Texas had their chances that game. They had their chances, obviously. Just got to capitalize in the red area. Got to capitalize in the red area. Might as well jump. Boom, boom, boom. That's coming in hot today. I appreciate you guys a ton. Coming in hot with the donations and the chat. I love it. I love it. First down for Virginia Tech after the safety. What can drones do here for throwing a pick last time? This wasn't Orlovsky. No, it was not. But there was pressure up the middle. And Laws lays down the law. A handoff here. Gain of 1 to the 46-yard line. Yeah, that's the perfect reset. Yes, it is. I'm just going to find and get the ball back. Yep, not the worst in the world. Not the worst situation in the world. Would have been fitting up the 50% off song with Salmon. Yes. Yes, that would have been very fitting. Instead, it's a jamming by Bob Marley, which is definitely not what Virginia Tech comes out to. They definitely do not come out to that song. 2nd and 9, 2 at the top of the screen, 1 at the bottom. Now 2 at the bottom of the screen, motioning over. They send 6. Pressure, let's get rid of the hits. He throws. And incomplete in the direction of his tight end, Gosnell. 3rd and 9. Again, every donation counts triple toward you make the call during this game. Gonna help me decide which one we're doing. Delaware, Colorado, Ole Miss, Kentucky, Kansas, Mizzou, or Oregon, Oklahoma State. Third and 9, 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. So everyone said it's 7-2. If it has, it's probably with Iowa. What's ever happened, it probably happened with Iowa. Why was I up at 5 a.m. Eastern? Because I was editing the video. I pulled 17-hour shift yesterday. They go deep down the field, double coverage, and somehow caught by Green. Aiden Green, there was a flag on the play. Virginia Tech not celebrating. They're not going down the field. So this one's probably coming back. Heck of a grab by Green in double coverage. But Virginia Tech is not moving. That's the first time seeing Virginia Tech live and seeing the first center Salmon. That had to be quite the experience. Some of the greatest intros out there. Yeah, basically, I was up. So yesterday, I was up starting at 11:30 a.m. Eastern time. And then I streamed the games. Was on stream till 1 in the morning Eastern time. Personal foul, shot block. And they're going to get that one. I think it's on Cunningham, number 66. I think that's what they said. So the other can tell me what's the shot. Yep. Well, was that just a karaoke? I just said karaoke as well. No, I think they're going to get one on Coney. I think they're going to one on the running back, Coney. Let's see if those 2 safeties one game. I'm going to guess the Rams on that one. I'm just going to guess the Rams. 3rd and 24. So no great grab there. It's going to be 3rd and a mile. my uncle got hurt? I didn't realize my uncle got hurt. Oh, no, not my uncle. Two at the top of the screen, one at the bottom. They give it to the side. Coney breaks the tackle on the stiff arm, but stuffed at the line of scrimmage by Johnson, who had the pick earlier, gets the third down stop there. And Virginia Tech unable to do anything after the safety. Yeah, the pass where he threw to Tyler Shatley, yes. Oh, man, the Toy Story broadcast was a mess. I don't know how anyone could watch that thing. No one knew what was going on. I can't wait to see what Disney does this year, though, in terms of technological failures. So we saw the Simpsons broadcast last year, had some issues. Yeah, you know, I was thinking the same thing, Sports Talk, unfortunately. I was thinking the same thing, unfortunately. Like, when he made that final pick, it just... Muffed to the 23, picked up, though, and lost some 4 yards on the punt at the 19-yard line. Could have been disaster there for South Carolina. Could have been a disaster on that punt return. It was muffed initially, but not the end of the world for Swain. South Carolina taking over inside their own 20. Oh, yeah, that's a thing. That's absolutely a thing. I mean, Joe Paterno passed, like, only a few days after everything happened with him. I think that the other thing, too, like, you could tell with his voice, it was definitely... He wasn't well. You could definitely tell he was not well. Like, he was slurring his speech. He didn't seem, like, all that with it. Which sucks. It sucks. Sweep. Gain of 1 for Attaway. They have not gotten the ground game going. South Carolina has not really done a great job on the ground today. Obviously, they have a QB draw with Sellers, but in terms of, like, actual design runs, Bear Bryant passed quickly, but yes. Me after the Jags with Super Bowl, 80-year-old me passing away. I could see that. I could see me holding on for that. I could see me holding on until that happened. Wait, he's your uncle? I did not know that. I've never listened to any Steelheart song except I'll Never Let You Go. Which I think is... I need the band to add that to karaoke. I need the band to add that song to karaoke because that song is just insane. Handoff again, and only 3 yards that time, so 3rd and 6. Had a great run on the first drive, but been running the ball a lot as of late, not really having a lot of success doing so. Under 2 to go in the first. 7-2 the score. Rudy, no. He's not my uncle. He's not my uncle. People ask, are we related? They always ask, are we related? They send 4. Pressured Sellers off his back foot, incomplete. Was an off-balance throw, looking for looking for Brady Hunt, and quick 3 and out. Make a dominance in Super Bowl 57. I didn't like the final play call. I didn't like how they handled the final drive, but other than that, no. No. So actually, my uncle or my mom have the same last name prior to my getting married. Ah, okay. You know, he's not my uncle. I just, I get it all the time because it's the same last name. I'm from New York. So people always ask, you're related to him? And I'm like, no, we are not. We are not related. But I get it all the time. So. The punt here after the quick 3 and out. South Carolina touchdown on the first drive. Nothing since. Their last 3 drives have gone nowhere. Punt takes 2 bounces. Fielded on 2 hops to the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. 3-yard return for Tucker Holloway. Got 49 yards of net. Pretty good punt. If I'd will say be your uncle, yes. What one of the Cars universe would that be? Would Villanova ever advance to FBS? I don't think so. I don't think they will. I'm not sure what incentive they would have to do it necessarily, because they're not leaving the Big East, and the Big East doesn't have football. So you only really do that kind of stuff if you are going to, like, you want to go to a better conference. But they're not going to do that. First down, 1 at the top, 2 at the bottom of the screen. Play action here for Drones. Looking, flushed out, just going to throw that one harmlessly away in the direction of Heath, but 2nd and 10. High school football team, like 8 years ago, won the state by only running through the bowling 8 times a year. Well, we made the playoffs for the first time when I was a senior. Our team made the playoffs for the first time in 17 years. Since before the seniors were born. And I think we threw like 10 passes that year. 1 at the top, 2 at the bottom. It was the most boring football to watch. It was so sad too, because it worked. Out route caught, gain of 6 of 35. It was so sad too, because we had a quarterback 2 years before, or three and 2 years before, who was phenomenal. His pocket presence was great. He got an offer to go to BC, and then he popped his ACL during a game, and the offer got rescinded, and he went to Bucknell. It's still a good school, obviously, but it's not BC. But he had an offer to play at BC. He was that good. I thought he was going to go pro. Watching him throw, he threw a 98-yard touchdown one time, like a go route. It was holy cow. Football club in the next second? I don't think so. But you're seeing a lot of these schools close nowadays. So one at the top, 3 at the bottom. Drones, they send 5. Out route, that ball is a bit behind him. Bobbled, but caught at the 40. There was a flag on the play. There's a flag on the play. NFL's all-time roster for each franchise? I've not. But the Jaguars one is pretty obvious to me. It's pretty obvious, so I'm very interested to see. I'll take a look at that in between the quarters. The NFL, did they put up the all-time roster for each franchise? Offside on the defense. They're obviously going to decline that penalty, and so automatic first down. A lot of people ask if he's my uncle. Because I'm from New York, I have the same last name. So I get that all the time. Any relation? I'm like, no. No, we just have the same last name. But no relation. First down for VT after the catch/offside penalty. These are national championship undefeated are over. Yeah, because now you're going to play tougher games. Now you're seeing a lot of these teams play better non-conference games because there's so I think the refs are looking to spot this ball potentially. Trying to figure out where to spot this thing. Right now we have to leave the Big Eastern Hoops, so yeah, it's a non-starter. Chapman 1 year extension. He's been very good this year, yeah. He's been very good. But yeah, the in terms of the games, you're playing tougher non-conference games. So I think for the most part. Now that's not to say we're not going to have undefeated national champions, obviously. But the day that happens every year, no. No, it's going to be a once every 3 years kind of thing. 2 at the top of the screen, 1 at the bottom. The handoff up the middle, and only a gain of 1 for Hawkins, and that will take us to the end of the quarter. At the 41-yard line. We're starting from behind. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I don't know the full details of that. This is the first I'm hearing about this. It's the first I'm hearing about this. But a pull up, who wins this one? Yeah, I don't know where. I didn't find on NFL.com the all-time didn't find the all-time roster. Guys signing extension and then shutting it down almost immediately, they don't try anymore. If they've had attitude issues in the past, but not really. Yes, it has 2 L's. Yes, That was a common misconception for a while for a lot of people. Yes, but very rarely am I worried about guys signing extension that are just not trying. Very rarely. Derrick Henry's the father of my football team. So, take that, Adrian. But we're both Jaguar fans, so. Will the NCAA ever admit any Mexican colleges? Isn't there a college that is right on the border that does play some games against C3 schools? I could be wrong on that. I think at some point, maybe not in Division 1, but I could have sworn there was a college right on the border that played some games. My dad works at Nintendo. He can get you banned. My dad works at Nintendo. I appreciate all you guys tuning in for this one. Let's give over an ESPN. If you like what you see, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe. Helps out on the channel. I'm drafting a fantasy league at the same time as this. Yeah, they nailed that. They nailed that, Michael. They definitely nailed that. Great-grandfather, fourth great-grandfather were brothers. Wow. Texas based in Mexico? That's not what they fought a war over. That is not what they fought a war over. I can tell you that much. You're going to have sandy cheeks at your door in about 2 minutes after that comment. Oh, man. My form tutor for next year is my next door neighbor. I start again on Tuesday to Miami tonight will be my last week's stream. All good, man. All good. All good. Wow. Start up that. Yeah, I guess it's after. Yeah, it's around that time. Yeah. It's always only like 5 weeks in England. So, yeah. But your next door neighbor's. Wow. That is a weird coincidence. That is a weird coincidence. When I was talking Cat, yeah, they're all conspiring against me. Like, one of the only saving graces from that season. Cat was like one of the only watchable things of that season. That season sucked. Cat was a gem. Cat was great. San Antonio, basically Mexico. It's not why the Alamo's there. It's over 6 weeks, yeah. I think, from what I remember from my friend that lives in England, it was like mid-July, and she's a teacher there too. Mid-July to like early September. New Mexico is basically Mexico, but newer. Yeah, it's like New York. It's York, but newer. It's like they took York, Pennsylvania, and just was like, we're gonna take York, Pennsylvania, make it bigger and better and more crowded, and we'll call it New York. All right, second 9, 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Takes the snap. Drones. Clean pocket. Drag route. Caught first down. SM space for the 50. 45-40. 35-30. Tons of space for the 25 out of bounds at the 23-yard line. And a flag afterwards for a late hit. Move it up even more. Unnecessary roughness after the hit out of bounds. A heck of a catch there. Heck of a play there, I should say. Yards after the catch by Donovan Green. Yo, Ohio State beat Texas yesterday. It was a lot of horns down. What happened to the old jersey? Yeah, I love that line, Drake and Josh. So move it up. Was that more raw surge in the streets? Yep. And everyone sings at like every other block. And the pizza's better. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line. Big chunk play, the first play of the quarter. They give to the side. Nothing doing. Loss of 1. Cameron Seldon. No, actually it's Green, not number 9, number 0 on that one. It's Green getting into it afterwards. 2nd and 11. No, Green's getting... No, it was Seldon. So Green was getting into it after the play. But it was Seldon on the game. I was right. There was a bit of jawed afterwards with someone off the ball. They were, yeah, remove the physical SIM card slot. Well, I don't like a lot with it. I don't like removing the headphone jack. I don't like removing the headphone jack at all. On the wheel route, can't make the one-handed grab. Was pressured, bit off balance throw. Heath, the intended target, brings up 3rd down. Just his jersey on the front. God. A jersey that says jersey. I love it. Like, I don't like getting rid of the headphone jack. I like just being able to plug it in, not worry about battery life. I like not being able to worry about battery life if I want to listen to stuff. Chicago first, that's a bannable offense. New York third, Chicago first. Chicago's not pizza. It's soup. 3rd down, play action. Or pump fake, I should say. Corner route, end zone, incomplete, double coverage. Overthrown, looking for Aiden Green, but that was double coverage. And they'll have to settle for a field goal. My clock did not stop for some reason. They'll have to settle for 3. Got hit on the throw, too, from behind. Nice rush coming from the blind side there by Brian Thomas, the senior defensive end. Had 4.5 sacks last season. 30-yard try. Should be a chip shot here. And it is. Right down the middle. 7-5 the score. Now, how many people saw a 7-5 scoreline? California Pizza. Yeah, California Pizza Kitchen. Not good. South Carolina ball. After allowing 3. They don't allow anything in the red area. 2 drives in the red area for VT. Only 3 points out of it, but the big play on the drag route plus the late hit afterwards. Well, I've never been to Boston, which seems kind of crazy. I've never been to Boston. Well, Caesar, I'm not a Little Caesar fan. Yeah, it's been a while since we had a 7-5 game, it feels like. And if you like what you see, folks, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to us, help us out on the channel to try to grow this community even more. Yeah, but 7, go to work at 9, get home at 5. Dolly Parton lifestyle, baby. Yeah, it's a baseball score. It is a baseball score. Yeah, Braves do not say, yeah, that's the closest you could really do with this one. The closest you could do. Lefties, I've never heard of that. Favorite crust, New York, stuffed crust, Pizza Hut, personal pan, Chicago deep dish, and short side. I mean, pretty sure personal pan is the bomb. Oh, yeah, second quarter, yes. Personal Pizza Hut is, personal pan's the bomb, yes. So the wide engine, but it was rescued. Yep, 3 out of 4. You know, the Friday game was not good, but 3 out of 4. You got it. You can tell it's from the Chicago natives who move here, yeah. Yeah, well, a lot of the places in Phoenix are really good are people that are from New York. So, like, there's a lot of good pizza in Phoenix because there are a lot of people that move from New York to escape the cold, and they were like, there's no good pizza out here, so I'm going to make my own place, and there's now, like, 15 good places out here, all run by New Yorkers. Closest rival in terms of proximity? No, New York, Philly. No, Mets, Phillies has to be the closest one. Atlanta, Miami? No, it's like a 6-hour drive between the two. New York, Philly, just take an hour train ride. No, it's definitely not. It's definitely not Braves Marlins in terms of proximity. Not even close. Not even close. Phillies Mets. Here, good sports talk. Football, 7-5 scores on offensive collapse, normal score in baseball, and defensive collapse in hockey. 7-5 defensive travesty, and in basketball, if it's 7-5, fire everyone. I don't have anything against Chris. I don't have anything against Chris Button, from what I know, from what I can tell. What's one topping if a pizza place messed up, you can't eat it again? Cheese. Cheese. Kickoff, end zone, touchback. The most expensive ballpark for any item? Really? What if the Yankees would have had? First and 10, the 25-yard line for the touchback. Florida pizza? A lot of transplants from New York. A lot of transplants from New York. I mean, it's not that good, but the places that I've had that are pretty good, usually New Yorkers that move down here. Yeah, it's got to be the cheese, yeah. So Sellers got off to a great start the first drive, marched down the field easily, but have not done anything on the ground today and kind of stalled ever since that first drive. No pizza pie at Disney World. So there was. There used to be. So there used to be at Hollywood Studios. Flag on the play, blown dead beforehand, so back it up 5 yards, false start for an offense that's been struggling as of late. It's the last thing they need. So there was a Pizza Planet in Hollywood Studios. And they got rid of it. They changed it to Pizza Rizzo themed of the Muppets because they did Muppets Courtyard area. But similar to they don't have a Pizza Planet now at Hollywood Studios, even though they have Toy Story Land. Fires in the flat, open, it's caught. They get that yardage back, gain of 4. To the tight end, Brady Hunt. He's made a few catches today. But it was good. Pizza Planet was good. I mean, the pizza, they changed the recipe at Disney for some places. It's like Art of Animation is the only place that still has the recipe. The original recipe that Disney had is only found in Art of Animation. When was this? When was Pizza Planet? It closed in 2016. It was definitely there in 09. It was definitely there in 09 because we ate there all the time. Pass incomplete behind his man, 3rd and 11. To watch from isolation. I get that based on... If it's my team, I like to watch. Like, I don't want to, like, people talking to me if it's my team. If it's not my team, like, I don't want to watch the Super Bowl in isolation, but... I mean, it still does mean that, Ben. It still does mean that. They sent 4, but this is after a bird. Sellers flushed down. You look to throw on the run. Cannot get a block down the field. That's a bad job by Hunt. That should have been a first down. Oh, that should have been a first down. Hunt should have recognized he was running and made the block. Instead, he tries to go deep and get away from the play. It should have been a gain of 11 and a first down. Yeah, Braves fan felt offended when MLB The Show said our biggest problem was the Phillies. No, it's the Mets. It'll forever and always be the Mets. Missed block there, and it's a quick 3 and out once again. You know, it was right across from Muppet Vision 3D. Right across from that and right next to Mama Melrose. 4th and 7. The punt here is a good one. Field at the 15-yard line. No fair catch and blown up immediately. It's a 57-yard punt, and Harbor, the gunner, makes sure there's no return on the play. 57 of net, and VT starting inside their own 20 when we get back here. For prediction for Canes and Irish. I mean, every prediction I said yesterday was wrong. So, I'm going to say, I don't know about Notre Dame's quarterback situation. I think Beck is solid. I'm going to go Miami, and that's why I'm just going to take the quarterback. Who is Iowa playing? They had a lot of safeties and field goals. I mean, that's every Iowa game ever. That's every Iowa game I've ever played, to be fair. The Irish will have another famine. I would think so, too. I would think so, too. Speaking of South Dakota State, the coach of Wazoo was the coach at South Dakota State for the last 2 years. Quick filling above V1, a dumb decision that he made. A really dumb decision. He won with Satchel Jim. Defense, baby. Defense. God, that season was so good. That season was the last, like, great season of Big Brother. That season was so fun. Like a split house, Caitlyn, Casey with the comps. I mean, that season was just, my God, that was incredible. The Bulls on outside shot. Yeah, if you say it's consistent, yeah, absolutely. They played well yesterday. Cowboys extending Bland. I don't get what they're doing. $24 million a year for Deron Bland, who is not that good outside of getting pick sixes that 1 year. He's overrated. He's not that good. He doesn't help you in the run game. You extended the wrong guy, yeah. Like, I love how it came down to we could either extend our edge rusher. Like, it's basically in terms of the money added up. It was either we could extend our edge rusher or we could extend our tight end and our quarterback that gets burned a lot. Our solid tight end or our quarterback that gets burned a lot. And we chose that. It's like what are you doing here? Well, scores on show the UNLV Sim Houston game was closer than it looked, especially at the end. Well, the first 3 quarters were pretty ugly. UNLV was dominant on the front foot of that one. I'm not too worried about UNLV so far. I know that first game was pretty bad. Duron is Bland, yes. It's actually the first thing from Bland. Bland, I mean, he set the record for pick sixes, but he also gets burned a lot. Like, Bland just means you're kind of just there. This is like, you notice him on the field, good and bad. If only was 6-9 score. That was Bills Jaguars. That was the Josh Allen game. Jerry's a good GM. I think he's a very good GM. I think Jerry Jones is a great GM. I think every Eagles fan would agree with me on that one. I think every Eagles, Giants, and Commanders fan would agree with me on that one. You cannot Fontrell? Cam Newton. Cam Newton is a great, you were not Cam Newton. It was like outside shot. Ooh, outside shot. For me, I mean, in terms of teams that are not in the top 25, Louisville. I like Miller Moss a lot. I think that coaching staff is good. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see with Mullen. I think he's a good coach when he actually tries. I really do. I think when he actually tries, he's a good coach. Where Cowboys love corners who make big plays and do nothing else. First down, the 15-yard line. Yeah, I'm disappointed. Yeah. He was a one-year wonder. I think to some extent. Sweep play to the 24-yard line. Dive is ahead for a gain of about 8 yards. Brings up 2nd and 2. Got hit 3 times the balls. I did see that. Poor guy. Scott Sterling on line 1. Poor guy. Probably only got paid $50 for now a lifetime of hurt. 2nd and 1. Speaking of $50, $50 for any song on the karaoke list with the live band. $25 for Jammin' by Bob Marley. What obscure team inevitably ends up in? Inevitably ends up in? Obscure team? I mean, I guess obscure would be Tulane. 2nd and 1. Tulane or UNLV. Handoff, nothing doing. Bottled up at the line. Stuffed immediately. Spriolo. 3rd down. Mavericks 16 series against guards. That's big. That's big for the wildcard hunt. For this weekend, a big tiebreaker. Yeah, it doesn't pass rise collapse, but yeah, that helps. That big adjustment, the score got closer and yelled at the players when it was Mullen's fault. I mean, but coaches have to yell. I mean, a lot of coaches yell at the players. A lot of coaches yell at the players. We don't know what the conversation was about. We don't know like the details of the combo. 3rd and 1. Handoff here up the middle. First down, breaks the tackle down to the 29. Nice job trucking ahead was Hawkins for a gain of 5. Last stride, they got 3. People Mets. Look, if the D-backs sweep the Dodgers, they win today. They sweep the Dodgers. They're 69-69. It gets a bit interesting. Somehow. I don't know how, with all the injuries. Is Uncle Rudy okay after the car? My prayers are with your family. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Yeah, I don't know. First down, the 29-yard line. Pass on the flats, caught by the tight end, but no gain on the play for Gosnell. Brings up 2nd down. Do for the double nice. Yeah, you gotta do for the double nice. Ooh, who do I draft in this league? I probably need a receiver at this point. Let's go Ayuk. Why not? Why not? 2nd and 10. I was great at the double nice. Yeah, Tennessee for Georgia. That could be a very good game. That's going to be a fun game. I mean, it always is. It's always a fun game. 2nd down, 1 at the top of the screen, 2 at the bottom. Running back to his right. Drones hands it off on the sweep to the 30. 35 cuts the field to the 36-yard line. 3rd and 3. Norwood on the stop. Got this their own luck. Yep. Stockton's first Power 4 game in road start. Yep. I mean, we know these guys can throw the ball against like group of 5 teams. Like they wouldn't be there if they couldn't. It's how they do against the Power 5. That's gonna be the thing. That's what I'm at. Yeah. Hopefully they get the double nice tonight. No reason for Illinois of it? No, I have no reason to. I'm so happy that he falters. 3rd and 3. They send 4 wheel route wide open. It dropped. Oh, that would have been a huge gain. Marcellus Hawkins. They ran the play perfectly. Had the wheel route wide open. No one was on him. Dropped. Fourth down, they'll have to punt this ball away. Would have had daylight for at least 10 yards. Rockies lean 3-2. Oh, boy. There's a 4 on the rolls. Again, help there. Yeah. Good day so far for the Mariners. The punt here on a missed chance for VT. Punt fielded at the 21, fair caught. And just outside their own 20-yard line is where Sellers and company will start this drive with a fair catch by Mason Love. 43 yards on the punt, no return. 7-5 the score. Again, if you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe. It does help us out a ton on the channel as we try and grow this community even more. We'll do a halftime right when the time comes. With that, get Bailey after the last 2 days. Absolutely on that. Meanwhile, I got a fantasy team right now that's a drafting 12-team league. I'm liking it a lot. Mayfield's my quarterback. Bauer's a tight end. Bijan Robinson, James Cook, Travis Etienne, Joe Mixon. Then my receivers: Terry, Cortland, Sutton, Travis Hunter, Godwin, Ayuk. The Wazoo decision was a stretch, was a mistake, but what the on chance Idaho would score there? 0.01 if they need to talk it over, they could. What? Okay, what are the chances they score? Better than 0. The chances were better than 0. The announcers were grilling for them too. The announcers were grilling them for that too. Like, they were grilling them to talk it over. That's why you spiked the ball. The ball was spiked. The clock was stopped. There was no delay of game penalty. There was not going to be a delay of game. Like, the plan was always to take a timeout after you stop the clock already. And then give them the ball back for no reason. What was there to talk over? If you're talking over the spot for the kicker, you do it on the sidelines. And you... What down was it? It was second down. Well, the spike was on first down. This was second down. They spiked the ball on first, and then they kicked it on second. It was not like this was third or fourth down. They kicked the field goal on second. Texas A&M LSU 702, the greatest game in college football history? No, but it's up there. It's up there. I think the greatest game in college football history is the Rose Bowl, USC, Texas. I'm not saying, obviously, if it was fourth down, I'm not making that video. Even third down, in case there's a bad snap. Well, what you could kick it out of bounds if you're in Hail Mary range. Again, there are possibilities there. Why give him the ball back? It's one of those where, why would you give him the ball back? Yeah, that's ever taking it, run it out. No, it was not third or fourth down. No. It was first down was the spike. Second down was the kick. No, believe me, if the kick was on fourth down, I wouldn't be doing that video. That would make no sense. If the kick was on fourth down, I'd be like, why are you, like, it'd be dumb not to kick the field goal on fourth down then. No. The spike was on first. They never should have spiked the ball. They should have spiked it with like 4 seconds left. Or take the timeout 4 seconds left. More video where dumbest is that. Well, I remember too, there were a lot of games yesterday that were not that good. A lot of games were not close, so you couldn't even have not that you couldn't have a dumb decision, but it was a lot harder to have a dumb decision because there weren't any clutch situations. There were like 6 games that were close yesterday. But I was watching that live and I was like, wait, what are they doing? I was watching that on my couch. I was eating dinner after getting off the stream for 13 hours, and I was watching them. I was just in disbelief. I'm like, wait, what are they doing? And even they, yeah, I think that's the greatest Saturday man game, yes. And even the announcers were like, what the heck are you doing? Ryan Leaf was about to fight someone. Like, he was grilling Rodgers. He was, like, disgusted with how poorly coached that game was. Screen pass caught, gain of 8 for Attaway at the 29-yard line. Yeah, extremely context dependent. Yeah, that's the whole thing. Screen game, the happiest school in Mountain West? Yes. Right now, absolutely. California Comics, baby, yep. You don't know if he's at the game. Handoff up the middle, first down, then some to the 35. Gain of 7. Okay, take anything, call to me with 2 seconds up. Yes. No, it wasn't third or fourth down. It was, they got the first down, spiked the ball on first, and then they, on second down, did that. They give to the side, it goes to Attaway, gets a first down and more. Back-to-back nice plays for Attaway. A fastest starting team, Lamar, H.N., Hubbard, Jefferson, McConkey, Ingram, Connor, Vikings, Steve, Will Lutz. I'm not crazy about the running backs. It takes you to top 5. Absolutely on that one. They're in plus territory after 3 plays. Finally some rhythm for South Carolina after their drives have stalled for that opening touchdown. Handoff here. Yeah, but the whole point, it's not about hindsight bias. It's stuff that look awful immediately. Just because it didn't end up mattering at the end of the day doesn't mean it's not dumb. It's like I always say, if I jump off a cliff and I survive, it doesn't mean it wasn't dumb. You know what occurred on that sideline? Perhaps there's something important. But the clock was stopped. There was nothing to talk about. It's not like they were running out of time or anything. Calling time out when the clock is already stopped. Handoff here, breaks one tackle, breaks a second and a third, down to the 32-yard line, first down. Finally starting to get the ground game going here. Attaway with some nice runs as of late. First quarter, they really got nothing. They were kind of stuffed. Yeah, here we go, Paul. Yep. Tank will be good this year? I think so. I just don't know how many carries he's going to get. I don't know how many carries, because I don't know how they're going to manage that running back system. One of the worst calls in history, the 4th and 1. It was pretty bad. Sellers keeps on the RPO to the 25 and slides down the read option at the 22-yard line. But flag on the play, someone will be coming back. So this never happens, but it doesn't never happen. It's not like it was like some insane hypothetical here. Holding on the offense, back it up 10 yards. Right, miscommunication issue. Yeah, but there wasn't. They called it like right away. So what I should know about that too. It's not like the play clock was running down and there were 2 seconds left and they called it to avoid delay of game. They called that timeout right away. They spiked the ball and then called the timeout like 5 seconds after they spiked it. So it was a it's just bizarre. First down after the holding. They send 4. Sacked, loses the ball. It comes out, falls on it. A South Carolina offensive lineman prevents the turnover. Falling on the ball there was Josiah Thompson, but in their own territory. The Wazoo game yesterday. 2nd and a mile now. Second and 33. Handoff here just to get something back to the 50, 45. Oh, they're going to get a lot more back. 2nd and 33 on the ground. They get 31. How about that? Rasul Faison gets 31 yards on 2nd and 33 on the ground. The transfer from Utah State. And it's now 3rd and 1. They're actually getting on the first down. They're going to say 33 yards. He got 33 yards on that one. He got everything back. They're going to review this for a spot, I think. I think it might have been a yard shy, but either way, 2nd and 33, and they get the first down on a run. At least for the moment. This might be ruled shy. I thought it was short. Either way, heck of a play. Your bench from Baker, Cable, Johnson, Cooper Kupp, Tucker Kraft, Josh Down, Jason Sanders. Ugh. And then, but yeah, he got hurt then. Jordan Mason. Not Chris with the running backs. Not Chris with the running back situation on your team. Let's see. Where was the knee down? I was going to say, he looked well shy. Yeah, the knee was down to 24. That's not just not a first. That's 3 yards short of the first. Great effort either way. That's not just short. That is 3 whole yards short. They're wrestling for. I'm not a wrestling guy. If the knee's down to 24. Either way, yeah. Either way on that one. The fact that you go from 2nd and 33 to 3rd and 3. I don't know if it's watching the game, Maples. I have no idea. Is impressive. But this will not be a first. The knee was down, brought down by Reddish at the 24-yard line. The Marlins question. How's it going, Jake? Appreciate you tuning in. Marlins sees the rise on this inning. And then if they lose this game, it's over. Yeah, call is overturned by a lot, actually. Michael Moore called that first set. Yeah, I was gonna say what I said it was 3rd and 2 about. I was like, wait, he got on the first? I said it from the start on that one. Either way, great run. 3rd and very manageable now. From 2nd and 33 in Doomsday to that. And South Carolina going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 left. Oh, they're feebling. They're feebling. His birthday is Tuesday? I don't know. Is your birthday Tuesday? Actually, I don't know like too many people's birthdays in the chat. Is your birthday on Tuesday? 1 week today, this time, America's week about to start. We're preparing all the dumbest for Cohen, preparing angry Jaguars run. Yes, I will be. Yes, I will be. I cannot wait. Well, hopefully I don't make some dumb decisions on Cohen, but hopefully I'm not ranting like a madman. Hopefully you get to see me happy. Hopefully you get to see me happy on Tuesday. Yeah, last Sunday of no NFL until, unless we count the Pro Bowl, February 15th. God, my body is so ready for it. Oh, Commissioner's birthday. Ooh. Oh, she'll be celebrating some way. She'll be celebrating. We'll see what she gets up to. The rant will be happy. Yep. I mean, I'm not going to be ranting about Dearness Johnson and Tim Jones getting reps anymore because they're now on the team. Play action. Sellers flush to his weak side. Fires on the run. Caught at the 9-yard line. From 2nd and 33, they get the first down. Potential back-breaking sequence there for VT as Nick Harbor on the grab. 1st and goal. Oh, well, D-backs are already down 1-0. 2-0, actually. 2-0, and they have not even gotten out yet because Fod is not that good of a pitcher. Broski with the fire. Appreciate you, man. Hand off, nothing doing. Vikes have 2 international games. How come both of those are road games, not 1 home, 1 road? So the reason why on that one, I think it's unfair, but I think the reason why, I'll get you in the other game. Appreciate you, man. The reason why is because there's a rule now that besides the Jaguars, because they agree to playing internationally, that's part of the agreement. The rule is that if you are in the conference that is 8 home games and not 9, play action, Sellers stumbles, just as an eat this play, fires in the flat, incomplete. Brings up 3rd down. Raid, yeah, at halftime we're going to do a raid. But flag on the play. If you're in the conference that has 8 home games and not 9, you don't have to play a road game internationally. Your games will not be road games. The only exception is the Jaguars because they made an agreement with the NFL to play in London every year. There's no foul in the play, so make a 3rd and goal at the 9. Yeah, Fod is very, very hit or miss, and today has been very miss. Demonstrated for Tomlin, Bowles, and Dable, preparing for 1 week today with beautiful pizza. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, the fact you're still alive after Labor Day is insane. Like, you're at Labor Day, and the Marlins still have an outside chance, which is insane to me. Jerry extended Bland. I think it's so funny that you could afford to extend Micah Parsons. Or Michael Parsons, I should say. But you extended Ferguson and Bland, and you didn't extend Micah. Like, what are you doing? 3rd and goal. Corner route. End zone. Open. What a throw. What a grab. Touchdown. Harbor. South Carolina about to go up by 2 scores. Harbor got the 3rd down conversion to keep the drive alive, gets the touchdown there in the back corner of the end zone, and Sellers with his first of what will be many passing touchdowns this year. High pointed that ball perfectly, had the one-on-one coverage on the corner route on Tyson Flowers. And did he have... Oh, actually, hang on. Hang on. Did he have control the whole way is the question. Hang on a second. No, make it a tempo game. Make it a 2-score game. Make it a 2-score game. Did he have control the whole way? Hang on a second. The Jags are screwed. They agreed. It was an agreement because they want to play in London for the revenue. They get more revenue, basically. So the Jaguars have a higher revenue share in London. That's the trade-off. Like, we'll give you more money for the London games. We'll give you a higher split. Was that a touchdown? Let's check. Did he have control the whole way? I'm not sure he did. I think Flowers might have stuck a hand in there at the last second. He's got control. He's still palming it. Frame by frame. The ball does move a little bit. The ball does move after it hits the ground. He's got control, but it moves a noticeable way. How's long south until they reset? Until they reset the chains. So there's no set time limit, but until they reset the chains. NFL London, I think the next commissioner. So probably like 2040. 2040 is my guess. But is there enough to overturn this? If this is the best we've got, this is close. Did he survive the ground? The ball is moving. The whole nose of the football hits, and I think it moves in a considerable way. The original call was touchdown. Is there enough to overturn this is the question. Man, that is tough. And they're going to overturn it. No touchdown. The ball was moving. And they got the call right. If I were to hit week 1, I think they would have taken a bye week 1. Or I think what would have happened, as the field goal is good, 10-5, I think what would have happened, because it was a divisional game, if they knew Harvey was hitting week 1, they would have flip-flopped the games, is my guess. So they would have the Jaguars open the season at home, and they would have played the Texans game week 15. Actually, I think that'd be the easiest, actually. I think in terms of that, I think it would have been you flip-flop the games. International games? I don't know yet. I mean, definitely the Brazil game. Definitely Brazil. But the 9:30 games, I don't know. I don't know on that one. I have not decided. 10-5 scar, yep. That's not spoiled. The kick was good like 45 seconds ago. I said the kick was good. I like my team a lot for fantasy. 12-team league. Mayfield as my quarterback, with Purdy as the backup. Running backs are Robinson, Bijan Robinson, Cook, Etienne, Mixon. Receivers McLaurin, Sutton, Hunter, Godwin, Ayuk, Tesla. Tight end Bowers. Little is my kicker. Niners defense. 12-team league. I like that a lot. Call Jags over the Jag Chiefs. Yes. Yes, definitely. The kickoff here. Fielded in the end zone. We'll take a knee at the 25. You got a good quarterback to have. Yep, I did not kick off. I did not kick off. But 12-team league, I will gladly take that. Not a dynasty, just single season. You going to pick them? For NFL, yes, I'm going to link it on Monday. I'm going to link it on Monday in the community tab. I love me the Caribbean. I love going to the Caribbean like once a year, like on cruises. I love that. Eris Sandman, one of the best entrances? No, it is the best entrance in college football. It's not one of, it is the best entrance in college football. VT ball, down by 5. Drones QB draw, loses the ball. Nope, down to the 28. Gain of 3. I thought it bounced up for a second, but my stream just completely acting up. So my stream like buffered for a little bit. It was like, oh, that looks like a ball coming out. Nope, it was not. It was not. 2nd and 7. Catch prize, no catch prize. No. You get a high five. Dynasty versus single season. So dynasties, you keep the same team every year. And then you like have a rookie draft and whatnot, but it's the same guys. 2nd and 7, Drone's going to take off and run again, and he's going to lower his shoulder down to the 34. So like in a single, yeah, that's my goal recall. Yep. My stream like jumped ahead and the ball looked like it came out, but it was not. It was not. So like dynasty versus single season. So I'll I think a good example of that would be it's one of the top 3 at the bottom. 3rd and 1. QB sneak, I think he's got it. Like, if you're drafting Cam Ward ahead of... let's just say... what's a good example? I would say Stafford, but we don't even know if he's alive at this point. I would say, let's say, if you're drafting Cam Ward ahead of let's say Jared Goff in a regular league this year, you're kind of crazy. But dynasty, that's the right call potentially if you like Cam Ward because he's young, he's a rookie. So basically, the younger the player is, the better. You gotta keep him forever. Like in a Dynasty League, Saquon Barkley, Bijan Robinson, there's debate about who should go ahead, Barkley or Robinson in a regular league. In Dynasty, it's not even close. You take Robinson. How's it going, Lou? Appreciate you, man. Do a Jags Rant marathon. I'm down. Rebecca QB2 for the Rams. Yes, if he starts, they're screwed. I wonder if coaches realize can't carry timeouts over to the next game in the last two videos. I honestly don't know. Honestly don't know. So 2-minute timeout. VT is 2 timeouts. And who are we going to rate at the half? Do a Jackson marathon? Oh, man. It's going to be so funny because a lot of it's just going to be the same stuff over and over again. It's going to be why we play Dearness Johnson, why we play Tim Jones, Trent Baalke needs to go, Doug Pearson needs to go. It was the same thing every week. It was infuriating. That's just how it went. Like, that's how bad it was. My team is next finished third. My 10-team league, probably a title contender. Ooh. Lost the title 3 years in a row. Well, you got to do one more time. You got to call yourself the Bills. Got to call yourself the Bills. Okay, who are we going to raid? Try to find like an actual person to raid. We do it. Hot dog roller cooker going today? That's Labor Day for you. That's Labor Day. That's the smell of Labor Day. How long is the Jags run? Average 15 minutes. It's a 15-minute rant on average. Is any fan happy to see the Navy player make the Jags team? Yeah, Lane's a great gunner. He is a great special teams player. I like the kid a lot. It's why we cut Daniel Thomas. That's what I've seen the entire time. Nice. Yeah, you got to do it. You got to do it. All right. I found a South Carolina streamer. Yeah, I think we're going to raid that person. Haven't had a draft yet? Yeah, a lot of drafts are taking place like the last 3 or the final 3 days. Love you. You love me. We're a happy family. Great words by Barney. Was the Lee Corso's final Heidegger pick the most predictable with the best? Well, I mean, we knew he was going to go Ohio State. Every time he goes to Brutus, it's always great. Anytime he puts on the Brutus head. You got to start with how you got to end with how you started. Love the Jaguars rants? Appreciate it. Yeah, hopefully I don't have to do too many of those this year. Hopefully I don't have too many rants. 4 hours, 15 minutes to get through all of them? Feels that way, yeah. Inside linebacker, middle linebacker. I prefer middle linebacker. If it's a 3-4 inside linebacker, it's a 4-3 middle linebacker. It depends on the scheme. 3-4 inside, 4-3 middle. Yeah, hopefully not too many Jaguar rants this year. Hopefully it's a lot of, you know, sunshine and rainbows and life is good and Travis Hunter's a beast and Trevor Lawrence looks good and he's proven the doubters wrong and life is good. Hopefully. Hopefully I don't have too many rants this year. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. They send 4. Out route caught, out of bounds. Flag on the play. Right at the line of scrimmage. Gain of 7. How many Jags will I do this year? I mean, I do one every week. But in terms of like, or like I'm angry. In terms of angry, I'm going to go 5.5 where I'm angry. And BTJ just touches, yeah. So 5-yard penalty for offside, and instead of 2nd and 3, they'll make it 1st and 5 at the 40. You're in the middle out of the way or on the inside of the way? Yeah, it's stuff like when you've like 4, there's like 2 middles. I don't really think of it like that. Jags you Myers to a lifetime $10 billion a year deal. I would quit the team at that point. What team, of course, to pick the most? Ohio State. Go undefeated with? I don't know what team we went undefeated with, but there probably was like a, like, didn't they go to like an FCS or a D3 school every now and then, and they probably only went one time to that school, and he probably got the pick right. So 1 at the top, 2 at the bottom. You know, I can't blame Cohen for 22 with that because they just got destroyed with injuries. Hand off to the side to the 44. I mean, I think the thing we saw with Cohen also, remember, he didn't call the offense that year in LA. That was McVay's offense. Just the run blocking has improved so much. Bruce, best Mexican in college football? He's up there. He's up there. I might say yes on that one. I might say yes. 2nd and 2. QB draw, nothing doing. Push down at the line of scrimmage and some extracurriculars afterwards after the hit by Stewart. 3rd down, $1 trillion, but I can't watch NFL on Sundays ever again. Would I take it? Yes. Yes, I would. And the reason why I take it, I'm going to go law school loophole on you. I can't watch NFL on Sundays ever again. That's not an issue. I'm just going to move to Japan. It's Monday there. Move to Australia. It's Monday. 3rd and 2. Head up the middle. Nothing doing. 4th and 1. And we'll see if anyone calls timeout here. Right, I wouldn't record the games, but I'd watch the game. I moved to Australia. $1 trillion. Moved to Australia. It's Monday. It's Monday. Yep. Gotcha. Got him. 37 seconds left. 4th and 1. This is an interesting one because if VT calls timeout and tries to go here, they don't get it. South Carolina's got a good field position, a chance to extend their lead. South Carolina calls timeout. VT has time to potentially go for it here, but South Carolina's going to take a knee if they get it back. So they're going to measure the spot. Well, VT's calling timeout. All right, well, VT's calling timeout. Games are at weird times. My schedule's at weird times as it is. Like, I'm up at weird hours anyways. The game's on Saturday. It's Sunday in Australia. Game on Saturday. As long as the Jags aren't playing, I could survive that. I could survive that one. I'd survive that one. Games are Monday morning from 1 a.m. to 11 a.m. Yep. Singapore, Malaysia. Yep. So VT calls them out. That means they're going to go for it. Well, they're also going to review this play. I think the timeout is not saying they're going to go for it. I think it's just to review the play. So even if VT punts this ball away, the timeout, I'm not going to criticize them for the timeout. He's short. I think the timeout was called by VT to allow the referees to potentially review this play. So I'm not criticizing VT for calling timeout there, even if they punt the ball away. This is not like a Sean Payton Broncos Chiefs situation, because they called timeout thinking he might have gotten the first down, and this allows the referees a chance to review it. I don't think he got there. Operating on the assumption they find a way to close the loophole. Well, if they find a way to close the loophole, I'm not doing it then. Come on, 1 o'clock, 4 o'clock games live with the $1 trillion. No, because look, at a certain point, it's like money can't buy happiness. I mean, it can to a certain extent. So money, like obviously, it's better to have money and be secure than not. But at a certain point, it kind of plateaus. There's a point for everyone where once you have X amount of dollars, it's like adding more to that is not going to fulfill you. I mean, $1 trillion is a lot of money, obviously. But you don't need $1 trillion. Like, once you get to a certain point, you're fulfilled. Like, and the thing I love doing is watching football. And I wouldn't be able to do that. And that would suck. Broski with the 5. Appreciate you, man. Gets you in front of the leaderboard as well. Gets you into number 1. You don't have to move to Japan. Just watch the games on Monday here. I don't want to watch them on tape delay. Especially with social media and whatnot and all that. Having to isolate myself for a long time, that would be... Right, if you can't do what you want with it, what's the point of money? Yeah, that's the whole point. Money can be exchanged for goods and services. As Homer Simpson, a wise man, once said. Right, it's under review. That's why the timeout was called. I'll get you on the OU game again. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you as always. We got a close one. You make the call. Something tells me we're gonna have another game that's gonna be... One of these games that's at 0 right now. It's gonna get some money at some point. Something, I have a sneaky suspicion about that. First down, they give him the first. So after the review, it is a first down. The VT timeout to get the review is successful. Right, nothing's truly fulfilling. We'll just distract ourselves from reality, just say the same. That is grim. That is grim. Oh, he's a 4-2. Oh, boy. Ranked 19, 24, 22 Bama based on an outrage it would be if they got in the playoff. Bama would have been the most outrage. Bama would have been the most outrage for getting the playoff. Bama by far in 2019 would have been the most outrage. 24 would have been the second most, because poor SMU. 22 would have been the least outrage. Or Missouri and Idaho, they're not far away at all. Drones, scribbling out. They actually give VT their timeout back because it was an official timeout. They say official timeout to review it. Out of bounds, gain of 6 in plus territory. VT has 2 timeouts now to work with. They give them a timeout back after the review. Florida State or Alabama, how shocking was it? 8. I'll go 8 on that one. Yeah, they're both small towns. I like college plays for small towns. Right now, right. There are certain stresses. There's always going to be stresses in life. 2nd and 3. Ball to 47. Pump fake once. Second read not there. Flush down. Drones has to escape. Gets a block. Buys some time. Resets his feet. Fires deep down the field. Has a man. Incomplete. Great job to extend the play, but overthrown a hair to Aiden Green. Brings up 3rd down. Washington State are not that close to each other. No, because Washington's by Seattle almost, and Washington State is on the opposite side of the state. So they're like 4.5 hours away. And they'd all be, they all be at Rivers. FC was on the playoff started yesterday. A whole different team. Whole different team. It's 2 years ago. Yeah, VT timeout last year against Miami. Yeah, that whole game was just hilarious. The Hail Mary at the end, too. Man. 3rd down. 1 at the top, 3 at the bottom. We'll see if they run the timeout by South Carolina. So if I was VT, I'd run the ball here. If I was VT, I'd run the ball, get a 1st down, and then call timeout. If you don't get the first, get Scar to take a timeout. If they don't take a timeout, you take a timeout with 5 seconds left and try a Hail Mary. If I finish third on the leaderboard, we could add $5 to their name, to the game. So the only way you're eligible is if you donate. The only way you're eligible is if you donate for the leaderboard. So no one gets that. I think the unknown's clock management. He was just preparing for a sack, yes. Yeah, definitely. Well, throw a Hail Mary here, that'd be dumb. On 3rd and 3? You're not throwing a Hail Mary on 3rd and 3. With 16 seconds left? I would run the ball here. Call timeout after you get the first. If you don't get the first, get Scar to burn their timeout. If they don't burn their timeout, you call a timeout with about 5 seconds left, you call a Hail Mary. River most hated rival for $1 trillion for the rest of my life? Yes, I would. Because the team I hate the most is the Jaguars, because they infuriate me at times. So I would just be rooting for the same team I root for anyways. They drop back, send 5, slam pass, caught, 1st down, that's some 40, brought down by the legs of the 38, timeout VT. Unless they're going to get up there and spike it. Gain of 10, and that's a huge tackle by the legs as well. That's a huge tackle. Actually, VT doesn't even have to take a timeout because South Carolina has an injury. They don't have to take a timeout. South Carolina has an injury. Dylan Stewart is down. Obviously, you hate to see an injured player, but if you're Virginia Tech, that's going to give you a free timeout. Right, that would be a dumb decision to lie. Should have gone fine for the punch. Well, it's funny. He doesn't have to pay the fine unless he goes in the NFL again. Obviously, it's a private company. They can't enforce. They can't make him pay the money if he's not there. Is VT in field goal range? It'd be a 56-yard try from him. That's why that tackle was so big. That tackle by the legs be a lot harder of a field goal. John Love is the kicker. He hit from 60 last season at one point. So they are in range. He hit from 60 against Minnesota last year in the Mayo Bowl. I would not RFK. Wrestling Innocent Park Homer? I did not see that. The ridiculous no control call on the touchdown? For which one? It was the right call in this game. In this game, that was the right call. That ball was moving. I thought it was the right call. The team I hate the most of the Jaguars. I mean, they infuriate me. I love them, but they infuriate me. Matt Earful is also very good at clock management. So after the injury stoppage, VT has the ball. Clock is stopped with 13 seconds. No one's ever done anything with 13 seconds ever. They call a play here with 11. Drones can't take a sack. Fires down the sideline, incomplete. You got 7 seconds left. 10-5 score got me. I don't know if it is. 6 seconds now. It'd be a 56-yard try from here. It's a long kick, but we know Love can hit from 60. I think that we're talking with Love beforehand of, are you in range? All right, we're going to try it now. 6 seconds at the college level. It's risky to call another play. So they're going to just kick the field goal now. They're not going to run it. They're just going to kick the field goal now, which I'm fine with. Seems remote, I love him. Yep. Bills from PTSD. Yep. Doesn't come out. Well, the nose hits the ground. I mean, it did come out a little bit. It did come out a little bit. Clock is stopped. 6 seconds. Again, Love hit from 60 his last game at the Duke's Mayo Bowl. Riddick, he's pretty vanilla. He's pretty vanilla. He doesn't really enhance the broadcast. He's not, like, bad. He doesn't really enhance the broadcast, though. Yeah, D-backs game, yes, it's 2-0. It's not great. Wait, oh, next Sunday? No. No, next Sunday, I'm not paying attention to the D-backs game at all. Not the slightest bit. Although I have to check the TV maps for next Sunday, because the D-backs might, like, if we only get one game in the 4 o'clock window, I might be, because I would have I have two cable things. I don't know, but they do play at 4 o'clock Eastern, so I would have a free TV, because there won't be as much football. Drake's my ball. 56-yard try for Love. We know it can reach from this distance. This to make it a 2-point game. South Carolina burned their final timeout to ice him. Snap is good. Kick is up. It's got the distance. It's straight enough. It's good. And for John Love, you gotta love it. Cannon of a leg. 10-8 at the halftime break. Good snap, good hold. And South Carolina got pressure on that one. Good one. Almost got the block, but it clears from 56. Hit from 60 last time out. So 56 child's play. That would have been good from about 59. We go to the halftime break in a 2-point game, and Virginia Tech gets the ball to start the half. A chance to double dip coming out of the halftime break with a score 10-8. All right, I'm going to do a read. We're going to do a halftime read. Let me just put a poll up really quickly. Give me a chance to rest my voice and grow this community even more. Or give you a chance to watch a dumb decisions video as well. So let me see. We're gonna raid. Okay, they are still there, so we're gonna do that. They have not left for the half. Okay, we're gonna raid them. Imagine for Jackson playoff spot 69. 69. We're gonna raid Gamecock Chuck. All right, so we're going to raid this guy. I'll be back in 18 minutes or so I can have 10-8 the score at the halftime break. Okay, we're still doing the halftime break, but I see Irvin with a 10. Appreciate you a ton, man. We're still doing the halftime break. I just want to let you know which games are available. I appreciate you a ton, Irvin. I just want to let you know what games are available for this one. But good God, Chris Myers is terrible presenting. Just now, he's fumbling, frustrating everything. It's delivery card at IndyCar 4-time champion. He's so bad at the flow of delivery and everything. Yeah, he's really not good at his job. He's really not good at his job. We're still doing the halftime rage. Just let me know which game you want, Irvin. I appreciate you a ton, man. Just trying to get to that because I'm by my computer screen right now. Ole Miss, Kentucky, Delaware, Colorado, Kansas, Mizzou, or Oklahoma State, Oregon. Let me know which game you want, and I will get you on the call for that. I appreciate you, man, a ton, especially during the halftime break. I appreciate you, man, on that one. Just let me know which game you want, and then we're going to continue with the halftime raid. But, yeah, no, Chris Myers is not good at his job. And listening to him every Sunday is painful, and having Chris Myers and Mark Schlereth doing the Jaguar game on Sunday, that's going to be the bulk of the Jaguars run. Even if they win 59-0, the bulk of that Jaguars run is probably just going to be how bad Chris Myers and Mark Schlereth are at their jobs. Appreciate you, man. All right, continuing with the raid.
All right, 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 all right
All right, everybody, welcome to the start of the second half of this game between VT and Scar. South Carolina leading 10-8, unconventional scoreline, but up by 2 nonetheless. This music is custom made. I made it myself in GarageBand, and I can save the file if you want. If you send me an email, I can save the file. I can send it over that if you do want that file. I can send it to you. So, appreciate you guys tuning in. Vote on that poll. Who do you think wins this game? Hopefully the raid went well. Virginia Tech, South Carolina. We're going to start the second half. VT getting the ball, double dipping here. A chance to double dip at least in terms of the 56-yard field goal by Love at the end of the half. Come on with it, too. Appreciate you, man. I'm in the weirdest college class ever. What's the class? And that'll get you to number 1. That does get you to number 1. That does get you to number 1. It does get you to number 1. But what is the class? Some Mets will never be. They'll never be number 1. Number 1 in feebleness. Number 1 in feebleness. I'll get you on the Delaware game. Appreciate you, man. Honors Studies class? Honors Studies. That's a... What is that class about? What's the class about? I'm not sure what that means. What Honors Studies is. I'm not sure even what the subject matter is. Is it like how to study? Yeah, Belichick, I think it's going to do well this year at Scar. I think, or UNC, I mean. Defensively, I think the team's going to be in a very good spot. Kickoff, fill in the end zone. Here we go to the 10, 15, and the decision to take it out was a mistake. Brought down the 15-yard line. That's where VT will start this drive. Appreciate all you guys being here again. If you like what you see, folks, make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe. It does help us out. Tell the channel is trying to grow this community even more. Again, the song that is $25 today at karaoke is Jammin' by Bob Marley and the Wailers. So I was a bit surprised until you realized, like, he wanted the control. He wanted to have control. I just don't know what Honors Studies is. I think it's one of those where, like, I don't know based on the title what that is. One at the top, one at the bottom. The handoff to the side, breaks one, tackles to the 20, cuts up field to the 23-yard line, called a gain of about 7 there for Marcellus Hawkins. You know, Bob Marley is like the most famous reggae artist of all time. Bob Marley is like the pride of Jamaica. I'm not sure if he's stuck. I'm not sure. I'm seeing everything. I'm seeing everything. So, 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. A baseball game broke out here. Yeah, 10-8. 10-8. Where they got lowercase? Oh, game studies. Oh, honor game studies class. Oh. The 26. Okay, wait. So honor game studies. Okay, wait. So is that about like the math and science behind games? That sounds really cool, actually. So game studies. I'm guessing it's honors, right? Honors level. So more work. Probably have to do like an extra project too, or some real world like experiential learning with that. But 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. But game study, is that like statistical analysis? Is that like the math behind games? Like board games and whatnot? Or like the math behind like sporting events? I don't know what that means, but that's awesome. That sounds cool. The gift to the side, breaks one tackle. The sweep play down to the 34-yard line. Brought down by Williams. But Hawkins, once again, gain of about 8. Bob Marley to Limp Bizkit. It's like comparing... What? Oh, Humanities Behind Games. Oh. Huh. That is interesting. Gender, race, etc. Huh. That's like an interesting class. That's like a very interesting class, like the Humanities Behind Games. That is an interesting class. I'd be fascinated by that, actually. I'd be fascinated by how that works out. 1 at the top, 1 at the bottom. The give to the side, cuts upfield quickly. Nice job sticking a foot in the ground to avoid the negative loss, but only a gain of 1 to the 35-yard line. Comparing Limp Bizkit to Bob Marley is like... It's like comparing... I don't know, like... It's like comparing going to Disney World versus filing your taxes. It's like... like, I don't know what... I can't compare the two. The best offensive months in franchise history of 11-17. Oof. Bad pitching there. QB power, first down, drones down to the 42-yard line. They're going with the ground game this drive. No passing attempts this drive. Fred Johnson on the stop after a gain of 7. Oh, music is very subjective. Absolutely. That's the beauty of music. It's the beauty of music. It's so subjective. It's art. I mean, art is very subjective. Yeah, apples to a block of cheese. Yeah. At least both are edible. At least an apple and a block of cheese are both edible. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Drones, first pass for the drive. Pressure. They send 6 deep. Shot. 1-on-1 coverage. Cannot hold on to the ball. Good effort there by Aiden Green, but cannot hold on. Evo video tomorrow. Yes, we're going back to the 80s on this one. Yes, I want to get one out today, but then Idaho had other ideas. Or Washington State had other ideas. I'm getting it out regardless. No matter what happens today, I'm getting it out. Even if there's a dumb decision in one of these 2 games, I'm getting it out regardless. It's funny, too. The band I saw last week at the bar, they played Break Stuff by Limp Bizkit, and it was so good. They played Break Stuff, and it was amazing. Why does VT always play tough against best teams and sticking up versus Vanderbilt or Old Dominion? Well, Vandy was a good team last year, to be fair. Vandy was a good team last year. The give to the sound, the sweep, cuts up field, down to the 48-yard line. PJ on the give to the 48, gain of about 5, we'll say. Well, Grover Cleveland Alexander did in 26. It was like what Bumgarner did in 14. It's like what Bumgarner did in 2014. 1 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Now 3 at the bottom. Only sent it with 1 before Labor Day because the NFL is allowed to. I don't know why they didn't play the week before. I honestly don't know why they didn't play the week before with week 0. But the NFL, there's no restrictions on what they can broadcast on Sunday. The NFL has free reign to broadcast Sunday, so no one watched college football then. Out route dropped. He was open. Heath can't make the grab, and that's going to stall the drive right then and there. We're at football because prior to 0-1, the first week of the NFL was the first week of September, last week of August. Well, they changed that, like, it wasn't because of that they changed it. They were always going to go to that system later on. They were always going to go to that system of after Labor Day. The ratings were not good before Labor Day. So they were going to change that for a while. That was in talks for a long time. Same thing on Monday, yep. We're not playing a Monday night week 0. Week 1 you can because of Labor Day. But then NFL plays Monday night as well, so you're not going to do that. That's why a lot of colleges play Tuesday, Wednesday as well. Punt out of bounds. No chance for a return here. And they'll mark it, I think, around the 16-yard line. Around the 16. So we'll call a 36-yard punt. 10-8, yes, safety. Sack in the end zone for a safety. So South Carolina ball after the drop pass by Heath. Remains a 10-8 game. Can Bob Marley produce a song like as good for you? I mean, again, it's 2 different vibes. I mean, every reggae song you've heard of has ties to Bob Marley. Every single reggae song you've ever heard in your life has ties to Bob Marley. I mean, Three Little Birds and One Love. I mean, those are like 2 of the most iconic songs ever written. The 26-27 NFL season will start September 10th. Yeah, boo on that one. That is way too late. Why does the NFL play Tuesday or Wednesday since the Broadcasting Act doesn't block those? I think it's just more diminishing returns. The ratings for Tuesday, Wednesday would not be the best. It would be kind of overkill. It would be a bit overkill. Now, Tuesday I could see at some point. I could see them doing Tuesday Night Football at some point, but Wednesday would just be overkill. And would mess up the schedule and everything, and there'd be fewer games on Sunday. If there's fewer games Sunday, it means the TV contracts will go down for CBS and Fox, and they don't want that. They still want to have enough games on Sunday that makes it worth their while to have games like that. Bro, that was COVID-related, Doug. To be fair, that was... COVID doesn't count. 2020, 2021, that doesn't count. That was COVID messed everything up with the schedule. That was one of those, all the rules are thrown out the window on that. It's almost like in England, they have a 3 p.m. blackout rule, but they got rid of that during COVID. They're like, yeah, this is... no one can show up to the game, so we're going to just scrap all the rules with that. Next season is November 10th for the first kickoff game on Sunday. Yep. It's a late one. It's a late one. You figure, I would assume, for that, I would assume for that, Monday Night Football is probably with the Jets. Or the Giants. Monday Night Football is going to be Jets or Giants. Oh, wait, kickoff game. Oh, wait, September 10th for the first kickoff game, yes. Yes, kickoff game, yeah. So 13th for the first Sunday, yeah. Lost 90-0, and then fired their coach and lost 37-7 this year. That's progress. No, that's progress. 90-0, you can't keep the coach after that. Unless you're playing with literally no one. You're just learning how to play football for the first time. You can't keep a coach after 90-0. Just a word from the Haters Guide. I have not gotten a chance to watch that yet. Ball at the 17-yard line here. For Sellers in the gun. Receiver in motion. To the bottom of the screen, and a handoff up the middle. It goes to Attaway, who was a lot better in the second quarter. There were a lot more holes in the second compared to the first. It's a handful there, 2nd and 8. I know it's happened before, but it's like, it sucks that it's that late. Oh, you mean 90-0 on that one? Oh, I buy that. I buy that. I've seen some crazy blowouts. If you've got a school that only has like 18 players on the roster, the guys that play both ways or whatnot. 2nd and 7. Sellers throws while jumping. Spin move after catching the ball. A second spin move. Just putting the whole Virginia Tech team in the spin cycle right there. Shades of Braxton Miller to some extent in that Labor Day weekend game a decade ago with Ohio State. Gain of 10 yards on that one. Attaway. Gain of 15 down to the 35. Right, 222-0. Yeah, that's the thing, yeah. First down. Play action. Fires in the flat. Called by Hunt. Hunt to the 40, 45. First down. Trucks ahead to the 50-yard line. Gain of 15 yards. Puts it at midfield. When's we get the maps? Yep, and that should be a JG9 News vid when the maps come. When the maps come, that should be. South Carolina scored a touchdown their first drive of the first half. So we're going to do in the first drive of the second half. So far, so good. QB draw. The 50 spins ahead to the 45. Being shown 2 late games because the Cards play at 1. That would be likely then, yeah. That would be pretty likely. Let me check. Let me check on that one. What channel do the Cardinals play on? They're on Fox. No, if the Cards are on Fox, no, the Cards are... No, Cards are on CBS. Oh, Cards are on CBS. So yeah, they would show 2 late games. Yeah, Fox would get... They'd show a Fox game they'd show Niners Seahawks. I think we're going to get Niners Seahawks on Fox that day as a single header. Handoff, nothing doing 3rd and 5. Yeah, Cowboys are going to bland, but not Parsons. Yeah, crazy. That's so Jerry, baby. Yeah, because Cardinals Saints, if that was a Fox game, that would be our single header. That would be the single header game. But because they play CBS, Cardinals Saints at 1, 4:25 Lions Packers, and then 4:05 Niners Seahawks. So it's funny, all the teams will be NFC. 3rd and 4, they send 4. Sellers, slam pass, way overthrown. Way over the head of his intended target there, Bennett, I should say. Mazeo Bennett, the intended target. Thrown way over his head. Easy pitch and catch, but too much on. Trying to get over the hands of the linebacker, Caleb Woodson. That kind of threw him off. They never played me. I was a backup safety in garbage time. Put me in, coach. Put me in, coach. Did recover fumble? That's one more fumble than I've recovered in my life. I just tried dill pickle flavor chips. Oof. That sounds vile. Yeah, 6 times 8 teams. Yep. That sounds vile. 4th and 5, they're going to punt the ball in plus territory. Try and pin him deep here with 8 to go. How's it going, Vector? Appreciate it, man. That punt, ooh, man. Field at the 6-yard line. Not the cleanest catch in the world there on the pump return by Holloway. 39 yards and lucky he didn't muff it. Appreciate you tuning in, Vector. Thank you for Thank you for donating the last stream. I really appreciate it on the Texas stream. I really appreciate you, man, for that one. Out $4, have a full bag of dill pickle flavor snacks. Sell them for $5. That sounds vile. No, Jordan Lawler still has no hits this season. He's just struck out on a curveball. I don't know if he can play. I don't know if Lawler can play. I want to like the kid so much, but man, he can't hit the curve. 3 touchdowns to the receiver back in tight end. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. Dill pickle flavor chip sounds just disgusting. Cubbies tied it. God bless the Rockies. Fish flavor ice cream also sounds pretty vile. And VT ball right around their own 5-yard line. Drones had a touchdown, overthrew it. Yeah, that play where he extended at the end of the first half, that play where he extended the play, oh, that was gorgeous. Flushed out, going to his opposite side. He set his feet, he did everything right, just the throw was about 2 yards too much. Had Green open, too. At least they got some points on the drive. At least they got the left 56-yard field goal, but man. Pickles are hit and miss. Sometimes I like them, sometimes I don't. This is one of the latter times. I'm not a pickle guy. I'm not a pickle guy. Yeah, I mean, anything fried. I mean, to be fair, you fry anything, that's a cheat code. Frying food is a cheat code for anything. Stream the finals every year? I think so. I don't see why not. I don't say I wouldn't be streaming the finals every year. Man, I enjoy those NBA streams a lot. They did very well, so yeah. There's nothing else in June. Well, you fried poison? I mean, at least poison, like, you're going to die either way. At least one's going to taste yummy while you do it. At least one's going to taste yummy. No, fried poison's not a bad way to go out. Well, Olympics and World Cup just around the corner in 26. Yep. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. 26 is going to be a great thing. NBA against dudes. Well, there's a lot of competition, too, with the NBA. That's the other thing, too. There's a lot of competition with NBA streams. There's a lot of competition. And the games take a long time because there's so many stoppages. Make money on dumb decisions videos? Yeah, so anytime you watch an ad on YouTube that you make money, yeah. But the bulk of the money you make is like streaming. So like the money I make on videos pales in comparison to streams. So like that's why everything helps on stream. That's why everything helps on stream. Because the videos, it definitely fluctuates based on AdSense and obviously copyright stuff. There's some vids I can't make anything off of, at least right away. Yeah, along with the King scene, if he retires and the Rams have a down year, yep. Maybe at some point he'll have a down year, but I don't think this is the year. McDonald's back. Oh, let's go. Let's go. Last meal, pizza. Easily. Easy. Just have as much pizza as I can before I can't eat anymore. The handoff to the side. Out of bounds. No gain on the play. Hawkins. Or never-ending bread bowl. Because if you do never-ending bread bowl, you could stay on death row forever. Because it's never-ending. It's in the name. Let's do a never-ending meal. Like, all you can eat. I'm going to have all I can eat. 2nd and 10 to the bottom of the screen. Have a lot of postponed game for rain. For snow, they have, not for rain. Hand off to the 10, 15, and spins ahead to the 17, 18-yard line. Marcellus Hawkins. Gain at 12 and a first down. I expected a bit more offensively this game. I did expect a bit more offensively, especially after that first drive, but 2000's better than 2020's. Was that my childhood nostalgia? Well, 2020 had COVID, so you're not wrong. The 2000s did not have COVID. We weren't in, like, there wasn't like you lost 10% of the year, 15%, 20% of the decade inside, unable to do anything. Tight end in motion, play action here. Drones, out route caught at the 23-yard line, gain of 5. I don't think that's a hot take. I don't think that's nostalgia or anything. I mean, nostalgia can play a role in certain things. So remember the good, forget the bad. But I mean, 2020 had COVID, so like, play action screen gets a nice block down the field, trucks ahead for a gain of 3. Got a nice block there from Isaiah Spencer. The catch there made by Selden. Right, not just rain. Right. Hurricanes, yeah. Right, not just rain. They'll never postpone a game because of just rain. They play in anything. Anything that's not dangerous, they'll play in. 2 of the bottom of the screen, 3rd and 2. In the gun, drones on the back to his right. Takes the snap. Gonna keep it himself on the read option. It's the right call. Needed 2, got 4. Nice job reading the defender's eyes. Brought down by David Boosty, the strong safety, but gain of 4 and a first down. Yeah, 2020 is definitely dead last. Definitely dead last. It's another 30. Right, floods, yeah, it's got to be extreme. Right. Well, that's more of a they can't get on the roads. That's one of those people can't leave their homes. They can't get on the roads. If it's just raining, they're not going to postpone. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Takes a snap. They send 5. Now they send 6. Drones up his back foot. One-on-one coverage down the sideline. Flag for PI. Doesn't matter. Draped all over him, but it doesn't matter. Caught by Donovan Green. Right, except they actually play the game. 2 flags for PI. It's 3-on-3. Miles Norwood guarding Donovan Green. It's Virginia Tech's number 3 that makes the play. Well, that was lightning. That was thunder and lightning. That wasn't just rain. That was thunder and lightning. 99, well, 99 was like, it just felt like a different time. Penalty's obviously going to be declined in first down and plus territory, and with how strong Love's leg is, in field goal range. Right, it's not just rain. It's combined with thunder or lightning or something that's dangerous. Ball the 38-yard line. And we'll be live later tonight for the the Notre Dame Miami game. Pulled a loose system with football. I've never. I would have if my sister played football, but my sister never played football. They send 3. Pressure. Sacked. At the 46-yard line. It's Dylan Stewart. Loss of 8, 2nd down. Thunder and lightning. Did Ida? I don't know what that is. But flag on the play. Is this going to be for the motion afterwards where he slashed? Is this going to be for the slashing motion afterwards? After the play, it's for the slashing motion. No, it's actually on the offense, not for the slash. Unnecessary roughness after the play on the offense. It's on Donovan Green. Made that great catch earlier. But now pushing them back another 15 yards. Well, we saw South Carolina convert a 2nd and 33. Now it's Virginia Tech's turn to do it. Oh, Hurricane Ida? Oh, I don't remember. I don't remember if Hurricane Ida had. You know, she does not know. She does not. On the offense. So some shoving afterwards that we clearly did not see a replay of, but ball now at their own 40-yard line. Second and 32. Yeah, I don't know what Green did. We didn't see a replay of it. But handoff up the middle, nothing doing. Hawkins stuffed at the line by Stewart. Called his name quite a few times this drive. Yeah, I think they're going to show the play. They're not going to show the play. Yeah, I don't remember. I don't remember with Ida. The only hurricanes I remember living through were Irene, which was nothing, and then Sandy. Someone giving the business? Maybe. Yeah, Cubs got Santana. They did. If he plays guitar, I mean, can you imagine? On the top 3 at the bottom. That'd be smooth. Smooth signing by the Cubs. Drones escapes one sack and just has to eat this play. Shovel pass out of bounds, being pressured, running out of real estate. By Justin Okonkwo. I hope I'm saying that right. 4th and 33. I don't have a pronunciation guide in front of me. They do not have one. But pressure that penalty really destroys the drive. Wait, no, I was not in New York on September 21. I was not. No, I was in Phoenix. So I do not remember that one then. Yeah, I moved out here September 2019. And really the only extended time I've had in New York since then was... Well, I was not there in August 2020. I was back in Phoenix by that point. Fair catch at the 17-yard line. That's where Scar is going to take over. You know, I wasn't there for... I got back to Phoenix pretty early on in August 2020 for the start of the school year. About a 40-yard punt, all things considered. South Carolina ball when we get back. I remember Katrina. I do remember Katrina when it happened. I remember reading about it and knowing what was going on. But yeah, I was in New York from March 2020 to like early August 2020. Wait. To reach for my... Oh. Well, I don't remember... Wait. Wait, that was in like late July, early August? Wait. I don't remember that at all. Oh, it struck August 4th? I don't remember that at all. Wait, do I? Hang on. Wait a second. Was that the... Oh, yes, now I do. Now I do. Okay, now I do. Yep. I was like, wait, was that the Fulham Brentford game? I was like, okay, now I remember it. Yes. Now I remember it. So, we didn't get, like, it wasn't too bad. We didn't lose power. But I was worried. Okay, I do remember that now, actually, because I was worried that we were going to lose power for the Fulham Brentford game. Because that was the playoff final to get to the Premier League. Crazy game, too. Crazy game. That Joe Bryan free kick was insane. But now, okay. Yeah, we didn't get, like... It could have been a lot worse where we were. We did not get... It could have been a lot worse. We didn't get... Like, no trees fell down where we were. We didn't lose power. We were okay. What are they called? West of International Date Line? I don't know. Actually, don't know. Hurricanes had happened already? I guess. South Carolina ball when we get back here. Yeah, now, okay, yeah. Because it was sunny, like, immediately after. Like, it was not, we didn't get hit that hard. At least where I was. We never lost power. Oh, you mean like actually? Oh, typhoons. Yes. Okay. Yes, I do know. Yes. Yeah, 2004, the typhoon. Yes. Okay. Well, I like this bug a lot. We're keeping the bug. Remove. Yeah, no, we're not getting rid of the bug. The bug's not going anywhere. The bug is not changing. I like this bug a lot. Change the score bug. I made it a little bit bigger. Where was I? Without disclosing like the actual like location, I was within driving distance of, I mean, I wasn't at, like, it was closed, the park was closed, but, like, I am 10 minutes away from Adventureland. I'm, like, not that, like, this will me, because it's a huge road. I'm off 110. I am by it, it's a 10-minute drive to Adventureland. One of the top three at the bottom. I know, it was very impactful, obviously. Ball at the 18-yard line. Slam pass caught. Some space, 30-35, down to the 39. Nice yards after the catch. 21-yard gain by Donovan Murph, the true freshman. I was elated when Porter returned that pick. I'm like, thank God. I have a Hurricane after in 2028 with 1L. Hopefully it's not too bad because I do not want to be named a Hurricane. You look 20 minutes and 4% of my talent power. Yeah, we did not. We did not. Pick a number 1 through 30,000. For your own sanity, I'm going to pick 3. I'm going to pick 3 because I know where this is going. I'm going to pick 3. Pressured, sacked, brought down by the legs, and then taken down, cleaning it up, is Emmett Laws, who got a sack earlier for a safety. Gets credit for about half a sack there for the initial hit from Jaden Keller at the 27-yard line. There's not enough room. I only have room for 3 characters. You pants have lost a Jaguars fan? Yes. I will say, I am very lucky as a Jags fan in terms of my teams. My rivals don't win Super Bowls. I am lucky about that. One of the top 2 at the bottom. Quick little pass to the flats of the tight end. It's caught for a modest gain of about 5 to Brady Hunt. 3rd and 15. Somebody getting confused. SoCal? Well, not for this game. Right, well, I show the logos. I don't have room to put Scar. I only have room for 3 characters. But I do like the scoreboard a lot. Right, Colts won, yeah, but he won Super Bowl 41. I was happy for Payne when he did that. But none of the AFC South teams won in 18 years. None of them made it since 2009. Right, we're in a crap division, yes. 3 at the top, 1 at the bottom. They send 4. Sellers, pressured immediately, has to eat it. 2 sacks on this drive. And the pressure up the middle coming from Antoine Santiago and Ben Bell. Ringing Sellers Bell on that one, and South Carolina forced to punt. I mean, USC is the common abbreviation for that. You Raiders look more serious. Yes, they do. Yes. The AFC West is a bloodbath of a division. One time I rooted for the Pounce was 06 and they lost. I was happy for the Colts. I was actually rooting for the Colts in 06 because I like Peyton Manning. I wanted him to get 1. Once he got 1, I was like, no. Sack football is like a triple in baseball for the defense, tough and not possible to escape from. I think it depends, because there's some sacks where they're 10 yards and some that are like 1 yard. Fair catch at the 31-yard line. About 45-yard punt. VT ball with about 30 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. No points so far this quarter. You Mike Shula. Yeah. 11-10 final score. No, we're going to have overtime at 10-10. They're going to get another safety. Jackson threw against the Colts on long field. Let's say 0-4. Beat him on a long field goal. 0-8. And then obviously 0-9 with a 59-yarder. Or 20-10, I mean, with a 59-yarder. Wait, little fair different triple 2 outs. Yeah, no, I'm not talking about like a sack of loss of 10. I'm talking like a sack like that's a loss of 1. Like second and like make it 2nd and 11. 2 at the top. Receiver in motion, going to give it to the side, and they don't have to call another play. No gain on the play for PJ. Yeah, this one has been a rougher game than I thought. I did see the poll to see why are you doubling down on that? Why are you doubling down on this like you stole something from a kid? That's not something you double down on. And be like, it's not a big deal. Like it's a huge deal. They're not calling a play. We go to the 4th. Low scoring game. Unless somebody gave multiple safeties. I think it was the Broncos. Yeah, I think it was the Broncos who did it. 10-8 down in Atlanta. And we're going to be live later tonight as well for the game between Notre Dame and Miami. So just keep that in mind. Okay, 114 is not bad. Okay. 114 is not bad. You should have gone with my 3. Yeah, anytime Marvin gets to pick a number for his own sanity, make sure you pick a number below 100. Because if you pick the highest number, he's going to bet the most amount of money possible on that. Possible to score 8 all year and win a Super Bowl? Technically. Technically you can. You go 8-8-1, go 500. Every game is a shutout. Nothing. And then you win each game in the playoffs 2-0. Yeah, it's possible. We lost our siding during Ida, and our neighbors had truth fall on us. How we not lose power, though? How did we not lose power? Because I remember that. I remember watching Fulham play Brentford. I remember watching that game with Dad. I was watching that game. We didn't lose power. That'll be the Jags, yes. Like, how... Yeah, you would see South Carolina play more just because. Yeah, that should be every year neutral site at Bank of America Stadium. Every year. I love that one. 8-1. Oh, wait, 0-17. I mean that. 0-17. Which is the same as 8-1. I mean, you go 500. 0-17. That's what I mean. Not win the games. No. 0-17. Yeah. Theoretically, it's possible. Had a health scare, had to cut out drinking. Good for you, man. Good for you. You're getting me through the withdrawals. Thank you for being top tier. You got this, man. You got this. You got this. I'm not someone that drinks alcohol. You don't need to enjoy alcohol. You don't need to have alcohol to enjoy life. I'll put it that way. I've never had any desire to drink alcohol, and you don't need it to enjoy life. I'll tell you that much straight up. So I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. You got this, man. You got this. You got this. Think played a role in the mishandling? I'm gonna say no. I think it was just the infrastructure that they had. Right, 11-6 at every game that division's 0-0. Well, that would still come out to a 3-14 record, like in terms of winning percentage. That'd be 3-14. You're not making the playoffs of that. The inverse of that one. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, you got this, Alex. I really appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Yeah, we're going to be here. We're streaming every day. We have videos every day, so we got you. We got you as you go through this. Appreciate you, man. If you need anything, just let me know. I'm here. But yeah, the fact that we never lost power is a mystery. The fact that we never lost power is a mystery. No, base talk, you're not, the thing is that anytime RFK ever says pick a number between two numbers, he'll bet however much money you say the number is. So, I mean, you picked the lowest number. So, to be fair, you actually played the game the right way. You picked the lowest number. You know, Nick, the number was between 10 and 50,000. So, the lowest number was 10,000. So, he actually did the right thing on that one. He actually did the right thing. Well, you technically can't make the playoffs at 3-14. I think the NFL would fold if that ever happened, but 7% you think Scar holds on. 2nd and 10. Scrambling out his drones. Drones flushed out. Looking to run for the line of scrimmage. Not going to get there. It's a loss of 4. And now it's a sack fest here at this stadium in Mercedes-Benz, Atlanta. Greer on the sack. 3rd and 14. Pick number 1. Well, for you, Jacob, I mean, you're not betting money, so I'll play 870,000 too. Meanwhile, injury on the plate. It's Greer who made the tackle. Greer got the sack, but I think it came down on his hand a little bit, so we're going to stoppage here. Jags on himself 3-14. Man, make the playoffs. Yeah, as I was saying that, yeah, so he picked the lowest number because it was between 10 and 50,000. So he actually picked the lowest number. Ever trying to block? Okay, let me see. How come I don't remember? I mean, I was inside, I was working. I do actually, okay. Then I don't know how we didn't lose power. I honestly have no clue. Because we lost power during Irene and nothing happened during that. We lost power during Irene and that was a nothing burger. How did we not lose power? And Altice has not been good. Altice is not like... Ever since Kalovic got bought up by Altice, has not been good. We didn't lose power during that? How? That's insane to me. Sounds like they're putting on the under for 0.5 passing yards in week 1. God. By 2,100, the worst team make will be 7 and 10. Well, we'll probably go with 18 games at that point. Yeah, it'll be 18 games. I'll probably have 20 games by 2,100. 3rd and 13. Right, they'll change the rule if they've played explosive 3 and 14. Two at the top, one at the bottom. Pump fake, fires, slam pass, tipped, incomplete. Tipped at the line, was looking for green. I'll have to punt the ball away. Like, I remember, like, we were, like, thinking Irene was going to be the worst thing, and we were, like, bunkered in. We were thinking it was going to be the worst thing, and then nothing really happened with Irene. Sandy was what we thought Irene was going to be. Sandy was what I expected when we had Irene. Irene was nothing. Sandy was what I expected. When a 7-10 winner happens, well, they didn't change the rule when the Giants almost won at 6-10. 4th and 13. After a good start to the drive, got to punt it away. And out of bounds at the 24-yard line. You like punts? You like sacks? This is the game for you. Rockies win. Wow. Whew, not what the Cubs needed. Not what the Cubs needed. Last team, only team to lose 10-8. Jets. It's been 1-4, 3. Eli Manning essentially Jameis Winston without Super Bowl rings? No. No, because Jameis was never a top 5 quarterback at any point. Eli was. In 2011, Eli was a top 5 quarterback. Jameis was never. And Eli wasn't like heavy on mistakes the way Jameis was. Jameis was, I mean, Jameis is like turnover machine. Boomer bust guy. Eli was never like that. Well, that's fair, Sports Talk. That's fair. Well, the penalty, it's actually against Virginia Tech, and they're going to have them re-kick. They're going to have a re-kick here on 4th and 18. So someone just run the ball at this rate. 1,500. 1,001. On the over for receiving yards for Kenny Galladay. He's not even on a team. Do you even do that? He's not even on a team. Zach Wilson, Desmond Ridder. Zach Wilson. Punt fielded at the 20-yard line. Taken to the 25, some space to the 30. Cuts upfield, 35-40. Gets a block, 45-50. 45 down the sideline. Cuts again. 40, 35-30. 25-20. 1 to beat. 10 on his feet. Touchdown. Score. Punt return touchdown. The offense has done nothing today. In comes the special teams. Swain. Vakari Swain. Broke about 7 tackles on that one. Spun about 5 times. They make him re-kick. 80-yard return. And the Gamecocks, an extra point away from making it a 2-score game. So we got damage and didn't lose power. I don't remember that. 16-8, there are no flags on the field. There are no flags on the field. Punting was a mistake on 4th and 18 in your own territory? That would not be a mistake. No. The extra point here. And South Carolina up by 2 scores is William Joyce. Knocks it through. Yelliger should be legal. I'm with you on that one. I mean, it was a horrible angle. It was so hesitant. The corner number 22, he was so hesitant trying to make the play. Was way too hesitant. Took advantage of it. And go into the house is Swain. Vakari Swain. His first career punt return touchdown. Free-kick dumb decision? I would say no. I would say no on that. 17-8 South Carolina. The Beast Week punt returns. I mean, he stayed on his feet forever. I mean, holy cow. There were like 7 times they could have made the stop at the end. What a return. Yeah, that's the best punt return of the season. I mean, it's now that we have a lot of options to choose from, but that was the best punt return of the season. Vicarious Wayne stayed on his feet. Virginia Tech can't tackle, and just like that, a 2-score game. Remember the 0-3 blackout? Yes, I do remember the 0-3 blackout. I do remember that. We lost power for a day. I do remember that. First time we ever lost power. First time, at least, I remember us losing power. I do remember the 0-3 blackout. School on day with severe ice, but there was no school on day we got next to nothing? That is odd. You think ice would just be so dangerous to have? To have it. Yeah, we found our play of the week. We did. We did. All good, Alex. Crazy time. It's so hard to get through. The days, all perks, much appreciated. Withdrawals, room, stick on top of that. Yeah, you got this stuff. You got this, man. Yes, you did, Matthew. Yep, we all got it. Yep, we all got that one. 17-8 game in the NFL. The Badgers beat the Cardinals. Oof, the Milwaukee Badgers. I was at that game. I was a diehard Badgers fan before they folded and became a Jaguars fan. Right there with these sports talk. Cheer for rain, but I don't like watchouts. Whatever. December 2024, didn't care. I mean, I don't like rain. That's why I moved out here to Phoenix. That's why I moved out here to Phoenix. It's a story when it rains. It's like it's always a news story when it rains out here. Okay, I appreciate all you guys being here. You know, we got the same. Yeah, we got the same ad. So one only day we're in a red light. I mean, I don't blame you. I mean, if there's ice, I mean, I'm not stopping. It's one of those things where if there's ice, it's more dangerous to stop than it's to run a red light. We didn't lose the day due to snow. My friend's Pal concert got postponed because we got 3 inches of snow in New York. It's postponed for 3 inches? In New York? That's not a lot for New York. Badgers Folk is going to be a $500 fine that they got used for high school players in a game. Jeez. Yeah, if they just paid the $500 fine, who knows what happens now. How many dust storms does Arizona get? So we get quite a few a year. Around this time. It's called Haboob season. And we get like, I'd say about 4 or 5 a year. Nothing like what we saw last time. Like, if there's a dust storm, it's like, okay, dust storm, you know it's coming, you stay inside. And it's done after an hour. Kickoff returns to the 20-yard line. It's done after an hour. Oh, it came down 2.5 hours? Oh, that's, okay, so heavy one, okay. Right, that's a little bit different. Yeah, so that's like an inch an hour. Yeah, that's a lot, actually. Okay, that's a lot. I get that, then. These are the cupcake games? Yes. Yo, we've always known that cupcake games should exist in terms of, like, just having preseason and whatnot. And it helps fund the programs, too. You have to remember, too, cupcake games, are they fun to watch a lot of time? No. But it helps fund these smaller programs. That is true. It is actually 0. Yep. Being considered a drought right now. Is it worse than rain? Dust storm worse than rain? Yes. Yes, because you get the dust and the rain in that one. Gonna keep himself drones down to the 22. But usually a dust storm, when you get it, you just stay inside and you stay inside and it's done after an hour. It was nothing like this, where it was like extensive damage. Yeah, it was massive. One time, so people scored the guys to a towing company over a car they left in the parking lot. A severe enough dust storm I have to evacuate? No. No. But this one was severe enough where I had to, like, duck in my bathroom and barricade the door. 2 on the top, 1 on the bottom. 2nd and 8. Play action, drones, slam pass. It's caught, first down at the 31-yard line. Gain of 10. And it's Selden on the grab. You don't have to go quick, obviously, but you're down by 2 scores. You got to recognize that. Company counters you for storage payment? That's great. That's great. Play super games with super prizes. I love that. Also, something weather events. Touchdowns, big plays in weather events. Oh my. Live from the bathroom. Yep. Because it was the Braves Marlins game. It was literally Braves Marlins. You could see the moment. Like, I was talking about it on stream. I was like, this is insane outside. You should see. I can't see anything. It was like, this is like really bad. I was like, holy cow. I've never seen it like this. Gain of 7 on the sweep play. 2nd and 3. Hawkins on the run. And then I was like mid-sentence and the power just went out. Like, I was foreshadowing it the whole time. And then it just went out. And I was like texting in the bathroom on my phone. Like, yeah, it's not your stream. I lost power. Go for 2 of your Virginia Tech. No. 17-14. Oh, you don't go for 2. Make it 17-15. Make it a 2-point game. Instead a field goal wins it. Going for 2 would be a dumb decision. 2nd and 3. Another sweep play. First down. Ahead to the 42-yard line goes Hawkins. You want to score with at least 6 minutes left on the clock here. If you get a touchdown. Once they blow 7-0 lead, 265. Only 35 away. It's not going to get there, but yeah. Yeah, that's so stupid. You wouldn't have sued either way. Yeah. I brought my jerseys, helmets with him in the bathroom. I did not. I couldn't, like, I wouldn't even be able to fit them all in the bathroom. I have so many, I wouldn't be able to fit them all. First down play action. They send 6 drones. Deep shot down the field. One-on-one coverage. And over the shoulder making the grab is Isaiah Spencer, the junior wideout. One-on-one coverage. Yeah, it looks like a loss for the D-backs. But no, it's like 2 out of 3. I'll take that. Look, you went 4-3 in this stretch against the Brewers and the Dodgers. It's still pretty good. Great grab by Spencer. Again at 28 on a first down there in business at the 30-yard line. Play action here. Going end zone. One-on-one coverage. One-handed! Can't come down with it. Donovan Green. Got to handle that one, but couldn't do it. 2nd down. Would have been a heck of a grab working on Cisse. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that was like one of the saddest moments in the history of television. When Big Bird learned about it. They handled that very well, but man, that was tragic. Anybody on Sunday has been on the nose? Yes. From 0 to 100 real quick. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. It's like 0 to 58. Well, if it doesn't have football Sunday, then we're screwed. If they have on football Sunday, well, they usually happen at night. Down to the 24-yard line. 3rd and 4. Usually happen at night. I'd figure something out. The thing is that I have my phone fully charged for that, too. And I have unlimited data, so I will, like, I can still have Wi-Fi, basically. I can watch the game on my phone. To the bottom of the screen. 10 minutes to go in regulation here. That's good. That is good. Five on the clock. Takes the snap. Keeps himself on the read option. It's the right call to keep it because he was going to get stuffed, but it's going to be a gain of 2. And now a decision time here. 4th and 2. A 40-yard try. I'm kicking here. Personally, I'm kicking. I get going for it, but I take the points here. Make it a 1-score game. Just take the points and trust your defense. They've been playing well today. Outside the opening drive, ever since that, they've only allowed 3 points. The 7 points came on special teams. Gonna go explore. All good, man. All good. So you're leaving then with only about 100 in XP, but 100 XP lead, but still a lead. Still a lead nonetheless. Wait, I want to wait for this. All good. Okay, even better. 39-yard try. Kick is up. It is money. I mean, he hit from 56 earlier, so was always going to hit that with 9 minutes to go on the dot. 17-11. I can watch the Jags game, nothing else. Yep. Yeah, I could only watch one game and not like 20,000, but what? Wait, what? I would say the first one, RFK, and the reason why I take the first one is because we're all going to die at some point. It's a circle of life. You never specified what year. You never specified when. So, I take the first one. We win 2 in the next 5 years, and stuff that it's going to happen either way. I'm taking the first one. You never specified a year. We're going to go the other way on that one. Yeah, I don't mind kicking. No, I would have kicked them that spot. If they went for it, would not have hated that at all. But I think you trust your defense in this spot. They've only allowed 3 points since the opening drive on defense. I think you trust your defense in this spot. Yeah, plenty of time, too, with 9 minutes to go. Yeah, 11 is a good football score number. Yep. Life is a square. I mean, life is like a box of chocolates, and a box of chocolates is a square. Scoregami? I don't know if there's a college scoregami calculator. How is this game close? Because South Carolina has not done a whole lot offensively today. Sellers have been pressured a lot. There's been a lot of great defensive line play. And then some sloppy penalties at the worst possible times. Okay, let's see. College football. There actually is a scoregami for college football. I'm not sure if it works. Okay, 17-11. Let's see if this works. Oh, then the latter one, RFK. If it's that, the latter one. Which was that all right? Okay, well, if it's that, then the latter. Then the latter, of course. I'm not like a maniac. The Jags have played scoregami? Yeah, 62-7, I think is scoregami. 62-7. Okay, yeah, I'm assuming 17-11 would not be scoregami. The Twins had a bobblehead for players on their 94 World Series team? What? The World Series that never played? Wait, what? Wait. That can't be an actual thing. Well, I think Lions Jaguars are also scoregami. I think 52-6 was scoregami. Spandler S. He's probably showing the game. That is true. It was not scoregami. 67 was not scoregami? Right, no, when it happened. Yes, when it happened, it was not. Yeah, I was going to say, when it happened, it was not. Right, obviously the Colts-Saints game. Oh, no, it happened. Oh, wait, Falcons-Saints. Hang on, Falcons-Saints. Jags, Finster, and Colt. We literally just did that a week ago. Did you make the playoffs? I don't think so. Too many injuries, but you never know. We literally, we just had a Jags Fins stream. Like a week ago. I mean, the game didn't count, but we literally just had a stream with that. Doug Pierce and Sexagami, yes. Spamming S for scoregami. The letter of the day, boys and girls. The letter of the day. The kickoff here. 17-11, South Carolina getting it back. Up by 1 score. Drones bench. I'm going to say fiction for this game at least. I'm going to say fiction for this game. Oh, no, we don't play this year. That would just be insane. I mean, all 272 would be scoregami, yes. Just different shades of each team getting a safety. Found Y suit. Does it make more sense, or is it one of those, like, what were you thinking kind of lawsuits? Was there damage to the car? Bucks Fins when it happens? Well, that's not a primetime game. First down, handoff up the middle. Got a nice hold of 30 and brought down the 33-yard line. Gain of 8 for Faison. Had that big run. Hasn't run the ball a lot today, but had a big run on 2nd and 33. They got 30 yards and helped keep the drive alive for South Carolina. Gets 7 to start this drive. You got all your timeouts. Virginia Tech has all their timeouts as well. Obviously, you want to get points, make it a 2-score game. Clock is your friend as well. You don't want to play super conservative just yet. The clock is your friend. They're taking it with 20 on the play clock. Handoff here. First down. Needed a yard. Got a yard. Muscling ahead is Faison once again. Friend of the hotel, and he parked the car there right after his friend died. The hotel closed. The door starts. Okay, that. Okay, that's. Okay. That's at least a bit more understandable. Right, but they were allowed to tow it. Yeah, exactly. Eagles lose, I'd be very surprised. Saw a video posted of Arthur's on 4 years old learning how to write in cursive. That is incredible. That is incredible. To learn that at 4 years old is awesome. They send 4. Deep shot, Sellers. Post pattern. Open. 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Harbor. Nick Harbor. 23-11. That's why Sellers is projected to go pretty high in the NFL draft. Nick Harbor's 64-yard strike on the post gets behind the safety. South Carolina, last 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. The junior wideout, Nick Harbor, had 3 touchdowns last year, 2nd most receiving yards on the team, and gives South Carolina their longest play from scrimmage today. 99 yards for Harbor today so far. Most he had last year was 69 in a game. 99 here tonight. And the extra point is good. 24-11 to make it a... Wait, they kicked... Wait. They kicked the extra point. Wait a second. Wait. They kicked the extra point? Wait a sec. What? Wait, why would they kick the extra point? Wait a second. Why would they kick the extra point? What does that do for you? What does that do for you? That makes it a 13-point game. 2 touchdowns gives you the lead. Why not go for 2? Make it 14. There's no chart that says kick the extra point up by 12. Wait. I just assumed they were going to go for 2. I assumed they were going to go for 2 in that one. I was busy talking. I thought they were going to go for 2. What? But they're not going to have enough time for an insurance field goal if they come back. They're not going to have time for that. If Virginia Tech comes back, they score 14 points, it's 25-24. If he didn't get the 2-point try, it was 25-23. So you get it either way. Trust in defense, it doesn't even make sense. It doesn't make sense. For the career back in 2, that's a dumb reason. What? I'm so confused. It's not about trusting the defense. It's 23-11. You go for 2, you get it, it's 25-11. You don't get it, it's 23-11. Let's say Virginia Tech scores 2 touchdowns. A field goal still gives you the lead. It's not about trusting the defense in that spot. Virginia Tech scores a touchdown, field goal restores the 2-score lead. Not with 7.5 minutes left. Man, yeah, I smell one coming too. Man, these coaches are not letting me off the hook today. This whole week they're not letting me off the hook. There's no chart. Even if you want to play by the chart, there's no chart that says kick the extra point by 12. If it was 27-18, the game is basically over. 26-18, they still have a chance. But I'm just like, they're not going to have enough time to get. That's so many possessions. With 7.5 minutes left, that's so many possessions. A touchdown, field goal, touchdown. Press consider comment. It might not be. I have no idea. South Carolina didn't get 2. It'd still be up 11. No, it'd be up 12. It'd be up 12. It's 23-11. It'd be 23-11. It'd be up 12. They still need 2 touchdowns. Believe me, I get that. If it was kickoff return to the 24, believe me, if it was 22-11, I completely get kicking the extra point, making it a 12-point game. They need 2 touchdowns. They claim my KF? All right. Right now, Matt, it's not up 11. It's South Carolina didn't get the 2. It's 23-11. It's a 12-point game. They need 2 touchdowns. It's not 22-11. If it was 22-11, you kick the extra point, make it a 2-touchdown game. Make them get 2 touchdowns instead of a touchdown, 2-point conversion, and a field goal. This is not that. Top 25 team. I mean, Sellers makes throws like that. They are. They give to the side. Hawkins, and he'll lose 3 yards at the 21-yard line. Thrown down the play by Cisse. And at this point, you can't waste a lot of time. You're down by 13. You have all your timeouts, but only 7.5 to go. Yeah, we're thinking too hard, but yes. So it's a decision, yes. And the Joe Buck thing, because he wanted to be like his dad, he didn't want to show bias. So in terms of not showing bias, he thought the best way to do it was not show excitement. Western's manager looked up when he died. The only they called have a toad. 3 of the ball on the top. Drones, they send 4. Drag route. That ball's caught the 25-yard line down to the 28. Well, Judge Judy, there's some idiots on that show. There's some idiots on Judge Judy. Like, some of the cases are just absurd. Third down. You're the coach of the under. History video, let's do it. No. History videos come out tomorrow regardless. I'll get 2 videos out. History videos coming out regardless. 2 at the top of the screen, 1 at the bottom. History vids out regardless. You know, the court vids always do well. Court dash cams always do so well on YouTube. It's a cheat code. Slam pass caught first down the 35 to the 40 and down to the 41-yard line goes Green. Gain of 13. 6 to go. In all your timeouts, but you gotta score quickly here. Ideally want to score before 3 minutes. Right, they claimed to veto like last week, yeah. It's the right move. It's the right move. Taking a lot of time here. They do realize they are trailing by 2 scores. They took 25 seconds on the play clock here. 12 on the play clock. They just get it off now, and they're going to run the ball. That's going to work. It's going to stop the clock for a moment to reset. Gain of 11, first down. Yeah, so we're going to have our stream, and we're going to have a JG8 and JG9 tomorrow as well. Send it to you later. So 10 minutes. All right. I'm not sure we're going to do it after this game. Depends when this game ends, because the other game starts in an hour. I'm not sure when we're going to do it, if we're going to do it for this game. Yankees lose. Some players who play have bias but don't show it. Yes. Oh, fact on that one. The 48's slant pass incomplete. Too low on that one. Looking for Gosnell. Yes, it does. Yes, for every first down. Yes, to reset the chains. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. A double interception from a single game? Yes. We've gotten a few of those. There were some games we did like 3 from one of them. Ron Rivera was a gold mine for that. Ron Rivera was a gold mine for double dumb decisions. I think Nick Sirianni, when I did the Jaguars-Eagles, it was like 5 dumb decisions he did. And they still won that game. They sent 4. Drones stepping up, going to throw in the run. Low throw, incomplete. Looking once again for Gosnell. That connection has not been there today. Why are so many coaches not getting any big chunk plays quickly in these situations? You would think. You would think they would get it, but one of these days. Maybe the last 2 minutes of each half. Yeah, it would make the game go quicker. Would make the game go quicker. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Obviously 4 down territory here. Yeah, Ron Rivera was in a league of his own. You are not wrong on that one. Not wrong there. It's just good on people score dumb decisions. Yes. They send 4. Drones will play his blown dead beforehand. Ever seen the movie Jersey Girl? I've not. Oh, Corbin Carroll! We're tied up. Holy crap, we're tied up. Holy crap, we're tied up. Corbin Carroll hit a 3-run home run. Timeout, South Carolina. They get sorted defensively. Holy cow. Holy cow, D-backs have tied it up. This one's not over. 3-run shot with 2 out and 2 on. Oh my goodness. The D-backs might get back to 500 and make this interesting. Oh God. Corbin Carroll, opposite field. Onside territory, we're not there yet. We're not there yet. Not with 3 timeouts and 5 minutes to go. Onside territory, I would say inside 2 minutes. Yeah, Jags Eagles, yeah, then no business being that close. No business at all. How that game was as close as it was is a testament to how bad Sirianni coached that game. The fact that the Jaguars were in that game is shocking because they were so not the better team that day. Even realistic odds? I mean, what would they be? 4.5 out? 4 out? It would not be terrible. Going into September, 4 out? I think it'd be 4 out. Third down. Drones. Incomplete on the drag. A bit too low, but you got to make that catch if you're green. And 4th down now. Right, that should have been down by contact. Yes. Yes. Trayvon Walker definitely got a hand in that one. I mean, if the Jags are so well, they can do whatever they want. If the Jags were so well, what would I do? I would just cry tears of joy at that one. I don't care how they do it. If they win the Super Bowl, they win the Super Bowl. McDonald and McElroy? Not surprised by that. Not surprised by that. Gotta get this fourth down, otherwise it's not looking good for VT. Had a man wide open on that last play, too. 4th and 10. Trips to the bottom of the screen. Drones as they send 4. Flushed out. Sets his feet. Fires. Overthrown. Intercepted. Probably better if you drop the ball, but actually he's going to get some yards on the return to the 35, to the 40, 45, 50, and he actually goes down the original line of scrimmage. Interception the second time today. Scars picked him off. Hayden Williams on the pick. And will be South Carolina ball, amazingly enough, at the exact same spot, the line of scrimmage. The original line of scrimmage. Drones has missed quite a few guys today. And that one not even remotely close to anyone. South Carolina ball at the 48-yard line. Your D-backs are... Should I drop it? Yeah, but it ended up working out. Ended up killing some more clock, and they actually got to the same yard line. D-backs, if they win this game, be 4.5 out. If they win, they would be 4.5 out. Yeah, got back to the original line. Right off some seconds, got back to the original line. 2 picks today, and Drones does not look sharp at all. Drones does not look up a guy. He looks very, very inaccurate with his passes. Very inaccurate. They're going to run the ball here. You can play the clock game. Loss of 3. And when do you take your timeouts here if you're VT? I think you take them now. Sellers loses 3. South Carolina, I think they're going to make the playoff. I think Scar makes the playoff this year. VT calls their first time out. They're going to use them all this drive. It's the right play. Otherwise, you take 3 minutes off the clock. You have to call timeouts now. Because ideally, you want to score for the 2-minute timeout, get an extra timeout in your back pocket as well. Fake close loss to Vikings next week. Well, that was Sam Darnold played like crap, and Mac Jones was even worse. Only Josh Gibson signed baseball existence for $1.78 million. You should buy it. You should buy it. If they're at the Notre Dame Miami game, that would be very fitting. Probably will be. I don't know if they would be there. Well, that game, the Jags actually deserved to win. Sam Darnold just played like crap. Mac Jones was just ungodly. Chester Jobs, can I speak? Oh, no. You never do that. Yeah, because you watched George Thomas Tank Engine. Yeah, George Carlin. 2nd and 11. They give up the middle. Loss of 2. Wants a face mask call. Not going to get it. Attaway. They had no offense. I mean, Mac Jones sucked. That was one of those where Mac Jones sucked. Kind of jokingly said you can't talk about court ever again. The plaintiff said that. Oh, jeez. Yeah, that's... You should not say that in the court. Wow. Whew, that went from 0 to 100 real quick. 3rd and 15. South Carolina, 14 points this quarter. You actually should say that. Absolutely. That is insane. Believe it or not, the sets pressed on Trevor. Yeah, but there was a difference. There was a massive difference. That's one of those stats sometimes lie, because you look at the eye test. Mac Jones, I want to gouge my eyes out. Yeah, they're allergic to all fast masks. That looked like a fast mask, too. Third and 13. One at the top, 2 at the bottom. You play the UFL, they're not going to draft that year? They can. They lose their eligibility. Sellers, well, don't throw this ball if you're Sellers. He's going to run. He's going to get some yards. And will he get the first down? Tipped on the sideline. Somehow got the first. Escaped 3 tacklers. And a new set of downs for South Carolina. That could end the game. All good, Adrian. Appreciate you, man. How'd he stay on his feet? Thought for sure he's going to be brought down behind the line. Michael Short had a chance on him. And Sellers made a few guys miss. And at this point, South Carolina going to run the clock. In plus territory on a great run by Sellers, having a monster 4th quarter. Play the game right there. The play of the game was the punt return. The play of the game was the punt return. The handoff here up the middle. Gain of 2 for Attaway. Is that Lamar? I mean, that looked like a Lamar run right there. 2nd and 8. Virginia Tech only has 1 timeout left, down by 2 scores. What an amazing play by Sellers to stay upright and somehow stay on his feet. And then the missed tackle there would have pushed him out of bounds. Caleb Brown misses. The tackling this fourth quarter has been atrocious today for VT, and it's been a big reason why the Gamecocks have scored 14 and have stayed on the field. Virginia Tech burns their final timeout. Burns their final timeout. I mean, this kid's projected to go in the first round. I mean, people like Sellers a lot. People like Sellers a lot. This kid is, he's got more than potential. He is projected. I mean, you see it on the screen right now with ESPN. Sellers going number 2. Again, Arch is not going number 1. He's not coming out. But I think Nussmeier is too low. Nussmeier is way too low, actually, on that. I think Nussmeier is going to go first overall. But Sellers is up there. They got Lagway potentially, Levitt. Depending on how I feel about LR. If Arch declares, I mean, this is an interesting class potentially. 26 would be an interesting class for quarterbacks. Back it up 5 yards. False start. So South Carolina can run this thing down. 3:43, then 3:03 after 40 seconds. 2:58, 2:18. Best case for VT is that they get the ball back with about 2:10. Well, Heisman, he could. He could. He's one of the favorites. He could. I mean, if they make the playoff, he's got a really good shot. Sellers is going to keep himself this time, and he will get back to the line of scrimmage, muscling ahead for a gain of 2 down to the 42-yard line. And again, VT cannot stop the clock. Colts are -1.5 in week 1. They've not won a season opener since 2013. Is this year they snapped the losing streak? I hope not. I hope not. I think Miami wins that game. But if DJ just doesn't make the mistakes, you never know with that one. Yards for 27. Yeah, he's not coming out in 26. The only way he comes out in 26 if he wins the Natty. He wins the Natty. Handoff here to the 35-yard line. And 4th and 5. At the 35, be a 53-yard try if you want to try the field goal. You could go for it here, too. You got a first down, the ball game's over. Could punt him, pin him deep. With the punt is if it gets blocked. Free rein the other way, and then VT has a chance. Could kick the field goal. They're going to take this all the way down. They're going to call timeout, I think, with 1 on the play clock, as they should. So was good. He's back. Yeah, he had a rough few starts in a row. Timeout with 2:18. Decision time here. You go for it. If you get it, the ball game is over. Could kick the field goal. If you get it, it's a 16-point game. A 53-yard try. You could punt the ball. You risk a block, but at the same time, you could put him inside the 10. You really could do anything here. There's really no bad thing you can do here. Personally, I would go for it. 53 is tough. Personally, I'm going for it. I would go play action the flat, trust Sellers. If you get the first down, the ball game's over. I wouldn't risk a block. Wouldn't risk a run back the other way. Or you can even just hand the ball off here. You can even just hand the ball off. Just 2 hands on the ball. You have 5 yards for a win? Yep. You could really do anything here. And they're going to go for it. They will go for this. Yeah, Love could win. Yeah, Love from Notre Dame. He's one of the best running backs in college football right now. This is for the ball game. 1 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Sellers, QB power. Gonna try bouncing outside, and he's got the first. Sellers does it again with his legs. Picks up 7. And that's going to be all she wrote. 3 kneel downs will take us home, but South Carolina will start the season 1-0. 14 points in the fourth quarter, led wire to wire. They go for on a fourth. Sellers gets it with his legs. And that's your ball game. Well, clock stopped for 2-minute timeout. Yeah, 2-minute timeout, clock stopped. But yeah, now it's just a regular situation. Take a knee. Right, 2-minute timeout, but then you take a knee, 3 knees, and that's it. Nick Wright is the Jags, Raiders, and Patriots. That's a lot of change. I do have the Jaguars and the Patriots. I have the Patriots, I have the Patriots. I don't have the Jaguars. A lot of people have the Jaguars. I'm not. Yeah, I get the hype on the Raiders. If you like Geno and you like Pete Carroll and you like Genti, I get the hype. We're at 14, I kick. Yeah, up 13, yeah. I agree with the call. That was it before the Notre Dame game. I have to, probably not because I have to screen record this game. I have to screen record the Virginia Tech game. So I can't even do that. I'm going to work on the history video in between the games. We're not doing OT after this game. We're not doing OT after this game because I think OT would be very, very short. I probably should save the voice. We'll do OT after the... We'll do OT after the Notre Dame game. Thought Scar was in by 10. Took a while, but they eventually pulled away. There you go. Raiders feel like an A9 team? Yeah. Nick Wright picks quarterbacks he likes, and he loves Trevor. The prince who was promised. He loves Trevor. They're going to take some knees, and assuming they take some knees, we're going to call it there. Just want to make sure they don't do anything stupid. $24-11 is going to be your final, barring anything insane. South Carolina go to 1-0 and potentially find themselves in the top 10 of the AP poll. Depending on how the rest of this week goes, considering the results. We know Bama's fallen out. Depending on how the Miami Notre Dame game goes, and then obviously we saw 2 other top 10 teams lose. Clemson lost. Texas lost. Although they're not dropping out to the top 10. Texas not. Clemson might. By a hair. Scar could work their way into the top 10 potentially. Especially if Miami loses tonight. Not the rankings mean anything this early on, especially for an SEC team. We know if South Carolina does their job, 2 losses or less, they're going to be in the playoff. But Lenora Sellers. What a fourth quarter he had with his arm, with his legs. Three kneel downs. Their next game, South Carolina State. Guarantee game. Obviously, for South Carolina, the goal is to lose nothing before October. Because October, you got LSU, Oklahoma, Alabama, Ole Miss, A&M, and Clemson. 6 games in a 7-game stretch against teams that are currently inside the top 25. It is bad. It is a hard schedule. So you want to run the table the first 5 weeks against teams you're supposed to beat. Or your favorite to beat, at least. Missouri's going to be a tough game on the road. Missouri's going to be a tough game. Yeah, Philly's got Bueller. Philly's got Bueller. Why the heck not? Better chance to win their conference. Belichick or Sanders? Ooh. I'm going to say Belichick. Sanders, I just don't trust his any management skills, and I'm not sure he can coach. Belichick, we know he can coach. Defensively, that team is going to be good, and the ACC is pretty wide open. So is the Big 12, but I trust Belichick more. Here comes the Gatorade bath. It's purple. If you bet purple. Congratulations. Also, you should probably call the hotline. 3rd and 14. One more knee. And that's it. They scored an opening drive touchdown, led wire to wire. And the Gamecocks take it. Down Atlanta. 24-11. Well, Sanders... Well, that doesn't count. Sanders, that is not a conference game. So that doesn't count. They're still 0-0 in conference play. Final score, South Carolina wins by 13, takes care of business. And with that in mind, yeah, Utes look good. Utes look good. I'm not surprised. Utes, I think, had some bad injury luck last year. I think it'll be bounce back. It'll be more than fine this year. With that in mind, guys, I'm going to sign off here. I appreciate all you guys tuning in. Before we go, let me just make sure the XP. Gamana won the XP battle in terms of... So that's $20 added to Delaware for time led in front. Then he won as well, so that's 2020. Broski was second. Gets 46. That's a 10. And Irvin was third. That's 5. So that's the standing to into the final game of the day and the final game that we are calling. So again, we only have one more stream to decide that you make the call, and that's tonight. Just keep that in mind. That's tonight. That's the last time we're going to have it. Right now, it's 84-46-35-0 in that. Sounds like Pokemon XP Battle. Yep. So with that in mind, guys, I appreciate you guys tuning in. I will see you guys in about an hour for the game between Notre Dame and Miami. Until then, see you guys soon. 24-11 your final. And watch that video, dumb decision from the Idaho-Washington State game. And we'll have a dumb decision tomorrow about the VT Scar fourth quarter, whatever the heck that decision was, kick the extra point there. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. See you guys in an hour.